Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Would you please give a warm welcome to the hosts of the SWA Happy Hour, Dom and Chris.
How you doing, my friends? What is going on? Apparently, Chris is somewhere. I can hear some chatter in the background. I think they're finishing dinner. I hear the missus talking. He's left his mic up. I think here he comes now, wandering in. A little bit late. He's putting on his headphones. He's fixing his glasses. He's fluffing his hair. He's putting in his earbuds. Putting back on it. Oh, I'm getting a thumbs up. There's a thumbs up. Come on, Chris. Hey, what's going on, everybody? I'm Tom Torgrosser, and you're not. Hey, Lee, what's going on?
How you doing?
I was about to. Very good. How you doing?
No, how you doing?
I was gonna let everyone listen to your dinner sounds.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, the damn chicken wasn't cooperating. It was a little frozen inside, so it wasn't done on time. So.
I had chicken tonight too.
Yeah, and usually I make a salad on Thursdays, but we had salad last night, so I wanted to do something different.
Well, tonight it was chicken with potatoes and vegetables, and like Saturday night will probably be over salad.
I had baked chicken with mashed potatoes and gravy and petite green peas in butter sauce.
Petite.
But of
I love
course,
peas. Peas don't get enough of respect.
peas are delicious. I love snow peas.
I do them. Yeah. I mean, I'm just a standard pea guy. I mean, snow peas are fine. Standard pea guy. Can I retract that?
You could,
But it's not. Yeah.
but
a little
it's
late.
it's sprayed all over, so
Yeah.
you can't take it back.
Hey, could you do me a favor? Your mic is a little hotsy-totsy. Can you
Hotsy?
turn it down
Okay.
just a little bit.
I'm usually not hotsy-totsy, so how about that?
That's better. Is there a hockey game today? I see you're sporting.
Yes, there is. The Avs are playing Boston right now, 3-2. They're behind in the third period, but I'm wearing my St. Patrick's Day hockey jersey because that's the next big holiday that I give a shit about.
Is that green?
It's a black green. It's Guinness.
Oh, it's a black green.
Yeah,
It's a black green.
Well, no, I mean it's black, but there's a lot of green in it. But on camera, it looks dead black.
Hey, Leato, how are you?
Hi, Lee. How
We
are
are
you?
having so much fun with our morning and afternoon visits to your channel. Great channel.
Yeah, it's a wonderful channel. She
Wonderful.
just
Wonderful.
attracts both great performers and just super loyal fans. The people in her chat are friggin' awesome. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Of course, they're not the people. They're not better than the people in our chat.
Well, you know what? I'd like to see. I mean, pound for pound, the people in our chat punch way above their size. So it would be
100%.
it would be good.
That's it. Our chat against your chat now. So speaking of, let's say hi to everyone on the chat. Look,
Let's
there's Michael's
do
phone.
it.
No,
Hey.
no practice tonight, Michael. You're not being a little drummer boy this evening.
I guess not, or he got off early, right?
Oh, well, either that or because he's still injured, or
Yeah.
has no,
Yeah. He might not be
he's-
able to play.
or he's driving a car that looks like a little toy, a little cute toy
Yeah.
in his little rental car.
Yeah. There's our man Chad Freeman. We'll talk about his show for tomorrow at the
What's
point.
going
but
on, chatters?
always nice
Chad,
to
did
see
you
Chad.
see my Chad? Did you see? I sent you a message on Facebook. I need help. I couldn't get my live stream to stream to my Facebook page. Well, I probably should have bothered to try it, but right at showtime, it was asking me to do other things, and then I gave up. So I
Yeah.
need your help.
You could have just stopped with "I need help," but you did go to the specific.
Why not?
There's Camila
Hey,
down under.
Camellia.
Good day. Good day to you.
Good day.
All right. Highlighted Kurt, and here's the better half, Justine
What's
Kasprick.
going on, Justine and Kurt? Kurt, my name is Kurt Kaspestrick.
Yes, Kirkpatrick. James Kirkpatrick. Yeah, that could work. And we said hi to Lee.
Spy.
Yeah, it's good to see Lee. Who else we got in chat? I'm scrolling way up. Scrolling.
Up.
Yeah, so that's the people that I see so far. There's more lurkers out there. We see you lurkers too, and that's fine. Lurk away.
If you want. Hey, JCT, what's going on?
I do in the next.
Oh.
I need to get.
And
We need to send people.
Mr. Conspiracy Music is here.
Yes, good to
What's
see
up, Clay?
him. All right.
He can't chat. He's at an ATM.
Or can't chat at the moment.
He's probably trying to chat in an ATM.
Yeah, go
Oh,
ahead
it could
and
be
give
at
us
the
your
moment,
code.
Yeah. I guess that's what the kids would say at the moment.
Yeah,
Us
they would.
older folks.
Yeah, but do kids say
ATM.
moment? Do kids ever say?
I don't know.
I don't. I've never heard a kid say moment.
I can't actually say that for sure.
See, Lee. Me too. I just finished my dinner, so I
A
gotta
little bit
eat
a little
earlier.
bit early. I actually
Yeah.
ate a little earlier, and then I laid down for 20 minutes.
Hmm.
Because my wife was playing a game on her phone. My kids were playing Fortnite. I said, see ya.
Yeah, I'm out.
That's
Very
nap time
good.
for daddy.
Yeah. You nappers, God bless you. I can't think of the last time I had a nap. I hear
Yeah,
they're
well.
wonderful.
They're very good. I highly recommend. I'm doing a little less of it these days.
Yeah, no, I know you've had to adjust your schedule and such.
Yeah, Michael, I think Chris forgot the new time. Actually,
No.
I thought at first your wife was scolding you. She sounded like she was giving you the business.
No, she was reading something to me that was interesting.
Ah,
Yeah, no, she was not giving me the business. So, yeah, and I see Ron Ward is still going, and
oh, Ronnie's still going.
yeah, Ronnie's still going.
Oh, cool.
Well, unless this is really old. Let me refresh this. Because sometimes.
I haven't.
And the reason I'm doing this is I'm going to check your channel and make sure that I put it in my channel that we send all the chatters to your channel.
Oh,
for this
that's
week,
right. That's right.
Which I didn't manage
We're doing
to accomplish.
swapsies today.
That's
It's a key
right.
party at the key party on the happy hour.
Yeah.
But all keys lead to me. Lucky
Yeah.
people.
What the hell is wrong with us? So, yeah, I'll go in and pin that in my chat, and then we'll have something.
So we may be doomed this evening because there was literally no talk before the show. We usually give a good solid minute and a half for show prep,
Yes.
but I just went live.
We're just,
We
we're,
yeah,
yeah,
flapping
it's,
in the breeze, so to say.
yep, it's guys gone wild. We'll just see what happens here. Let's see. And then I got to figure out how to pin that. Ah!
You got to do it from your YouTube page, from
Yeah.
from YouTube itself.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do right now. We'll see if I can figure it out. Maybe not.
So my 1,000 has stuck.
Yeah, I noted that. And I climbed
Well, it
back
must
up.
because, like I said, twice I went over 1,000, and then back under 1,000. But this time, right at 1,000, I actually got a message from YouTube that said, "Congratulations, you've hit 1,000."
Yeah, which was very cool.
It was very nice of them.
Well, that you got the message, which you didn't get the first time that you hit 1,000. So
No,
that,
I did it.
and that's probably the
Which
indicator.
leads me to think they know.
Yeah,
They know that what's going to disappear or not.
Yeah, no, I think they play a lot of games with that, and I think you're
Mm-hmm.
absolutely right. I think they absolutely know what's real and what isn't.
I still have to fix my channel though because I don't even think they show ads anymore because I've taken so long to verify my identity and shit.
Oh yeah, now you got to work on that, right?
Yeah. Well, I told you what my big dilemma was.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
have
exactly.
to upload my license, but it has to be under 2 megabytes, and every time I take the picture, it's larger, and I don't know how to shrink it.
Yeah, we got to work with you on that one. So let's see.
Yes, there are plenty of things to talk about that.
Oh, Yeah, we got
But
all
we'll get
kinds
to
of good
that.
stuff. Yeah,
We'll
we
drop
got
that every once
we
in a while.
got ours.
Believe
Yeah.
it or not, I mean, although that's like really great things, I pick the worst times to get busy.
Yeah.
So on the same day, it's actually I'll remember the day I got 1,000 subs forever, because on the very same day I started my own company.
That's right.
So yeah. So I was with the accountant like all that afternoon. So yeah, I have 56. I'm opening up my first company. Very exciting, but of course I haven't been home since it started. Like, just work is ridiculous. It's
Well,
good, but
it's
ridiculous. But
it's that time of year, though. I mean, my wife is coming home, and that's why, I wanted to make sure I fed her something good tonight because she's
Mm-hmm.
dragging ass between preparing for the corporate taxes and
Yeah.
all that end of year stuff and working
Mm-hmm.
with the bank and their accountants and or the CPA
Thanks,
and all
Lee.
that.
yeah, Matt.
So,
the
yeah.
only enjoyment, the only relaxing time I had yesterday was on Michael Song's live stream, and I still worked the whole time, but at least I
Yeah.
had something to listen to.
Yeah, I listened to part of it. I came in kind of late because we got home late yesterday, so I missed a lot of it.
Where'd you
it
go?
was
Where'd
nice.
you go?
Well, she had to work late. Yesterday was Wednesday, so yeah,
Yes, it was.
I was taking a class. So
You were taking a class.
yeah, I was taking a class.
Elaborate.
No,
No. Cooking class.
no, it was not. It had to do with self defense. So
Okay. Why did someone touch you inappropriately?
well, yeah, you last week, but I mean,
Yeah,
you're
well,
just
Come on,
the
you enjoyed
latest.
that. You were asking for it in that hockey shirt, pal.
Yeah, you know what? Every rapist says that. I was
Taking a little self-defense class, eh?
Yeah. And I'm not being weird about this. I mean, I'm a Colorado guy. I've made no bones about it. I've owned firearms my entire life. And so I took a defensive shooting class yesterday and just kind of killed. And I felt good that I was the second best marksman. The first one was a law enforcement official, and he was the only one that outshot me. But, just different mindsets and everything, and just the world ain't getting safer, and, God forbid I would ever have to do something like that. Frankly, it's a lot more likely that I would have to put a couple of rounds over the head of an animal while we're hiking. But because the
Right.
critters are, here in Colorado, the critters are getting super aggressive. Our mountain lion population has gone through the roof, and they are regularly stalking and attacking hikers. And of course, let's introduce more apex predators. The Colorado Department of Wildlife just introduced a big pack of wolves into the state. Reintroduced them. Of course, they didn't tell anybody, and they dumped them off close to a couple cattle ranches. So that's going to work out well. But it will.
We have had some, I don't know if it's mountain lions or cougars.
That's actually the same animal. They
Okay. So
they
depending
can
on
go
where
by.
they are.
Yeah, in South America, they're referred to as pumas. Here, mountain lions, cougars. They're all the same animal, same big
But
cat.
like living in Westchester, if there is a cougar sighting, it like makes every freaking news channel. They're running it constantly.
Of
like,
course.
Because people are going out of their minds like, this is an actual wild
Oh, yeah.
animal.
Well, and those animals, if you see one, there's 20, 30 more, but you'll never see because they are. Yeah, they're very stocky. Hey there, colorful energy. How are
Colorful?
you?
Too. 2024, it's starting off all right, I guess.
Yeah, we're doing all right. We'd like to think. But yeah, the critters are
Playing
fun, and
credit. For different locations, do you always say roof? Did you say roof? How do you say roof?
I say roof.
You said it differently.
Okay.
Like roof. I thought it was like rough or roof. I don't know.
I might have said it was rough, but no.
No. You said roof with a different inflection.
I don't think I was talking about roof anywhere.
No, it was definitely roof.
Okay.
I forget what you were talking about.
I'll take pronunciation lessons from a guy from Yonkers.
No, I'm not giving it as pronunciation lessons. I was curious if that was the way. Maybe it was said there. People say the same words differently depending on where they are.
Absolutely. Oh, in this state, it's a long going. There are people that live in a town here in Colorado called Buena Vista. Now, of course, Spanish, beautiful view, Buena Vista. But the locals refuse to say Buena Vista. They've always said Buena Vista.
Buena, yeah.
And just, yeah, there's all kinds of pronunciation issues. There's a river down by Durango, and it's spelled like Florida, but it's pronounced Florida because, again, the Spanish influence.
You know which one I prefer? I prefer England's aluminium.
See, I can't say it like they say it.
Instead of aluminum. Aluminium sounds really cool.
It's classy. It's more precious than diamonds. Whereas
exactly.
I'm gonna go collect some aluminum cans and buy a 6-pack.
Yeah.
I'm going to collect some aluminum and go buy a Lamborghini.
You know what word I can't say? I'm gonna say it poorly right now. Synthesizer. I can't do it.
Synthesizer.
Synthesizer.
Everybody has words that they can't pronounce.
An axe, like a chopping axe.
Yeah, and that's regional. A lot of people say
unless
that.
I really stop myself. But synthesizer, I always get too many T's in there. It always trips me up.
It's funny that there are words that we just whatever, and my wife teases me and corrects me all the time because my vocabulary is enormous. My ability to pronounce some of that vocabulary, a little marginal sometimes. So, hey, there's Lord Spike.
LSP.
See, tomato.
Tomato.
You say potato, I say potato.
Are you doing jazz hands?
No, because that's jazz hands, right? I don't know. I'm not exactly sure I know what jazz hands are.
I'm really not into jazz.
I think that's
Yeah,
jazz
it's like
hands.
that.
Okay.
To me, that's more like show tune hands.
Yeah, that's... and maybe there's a difference.
Yeah.
I don't know. And the Falcro, who was on with Jade today. It was today, and I missed it because I was on the phone all afternoon with customers and book authors. So I'm bummed about that. However, we got the replay, and the replay rocks. So I'm sure you were fuzzy and fabulous, Falcro.
I'm sure. Certainly.
That's known as alliteration, a word I can pronounce.
Yeah, I don't get home until late. I don't think I'm going to get home early much anymore. But
yeah, no, it's especially not until April probably for you, at a minimum.
Well, these are I'm not doing that. I'm just like setting everything up.
Yeah.
But yeah, what are you going to do? Got to do something with your time.
You got to do something for a living. Well, speaking of which, yeah, see? And everybody's mentioned it, but his new avatar is amazing. Mm-hmm. And Allie is the one that did it for him. The artist that we often see on Wes's channel. Yeah. Apparently she did it for
Allie
him.
Patches, is that?
Yeah. And it's friggin' fabulous. It's really nicely
really
done.
Cool.
Yeah. Well, now see, you've joined the club. Dom's been on Jade's show. I've been on Jade's show. Now you have been. It is a Michael Songs, of course, has been on. It's a fabulous experience. She is the best of the best of the best. And, I've worked with professional film crews and interviewers and everything. Jade is as good or better than any of them. She really is skilled at it. And just, it's fabulous at making the guest feel at home, getting them to think about things in maybe a different way. And I just think she does a great job of getting the best out of all of her guests. And I never fail to enjoy the program.
Well, She's just a very good listener.
Yeah, and that's the thing. That's the
And an
chief
engaging
interview.
talker, so.
Yeah, exactly. You got it.
So what if we could talk with someone and there's no, because I guess everyone's experienced the After Jade show is like another hour and it's pretty much like another show.
Yeah, it was.
Matter
very
of
cool.
fact, right? Wasn't I coming at, when I did Jade show, then I was almost late to me and Chris's show because we stayed backstage and just kept bullshitting more. Yeah. It was a lot of fun.
Indeed. And yeah, Lord Spike, that's exactly right. 2 hours plus. Yeah, and it goes
super
quick.
fast.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, see, you never know. And again, Jade has this ability to tap out into the community and go, this person is interesting. Maybe not everybody knows this person, but I bet they would be great on the show. And she, I was floored out of the blue. I didn't have any idea Jade
I think
even
you
knew who
you were
I
the
was.
First, right? No, Neo was the first.
Yeah, I think Naya was
out
first.
of our little group.
Exactly. Naya was first out of a little group. And when she reached out to me, I was floored because I really didn't think she even knew who the hell I was, much less, somebody to be on the show. So
A lot of us are still trying to figure that out, Chris.
you should watch the replay. It's entertaining as hell.
I wrote her all the questions.
Immodestly, yes, I was entertaining. And again, because she got me to think about things in a very different way than I would have had I prepared for the interview.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
Hello, Jason. What's going on, pal?
Welcome, Jason. Good to see you, man. Thanks for
He's
joining
always
us.
questioning things. Very cool. Huge.
And there he is, Huge Caldwell.
Uh-oh.
All right.
So you were talking about her and she shows up.
Yeah, exactly. Who is this blonde guy? Some schmuck. All right, so now... Go ahead.
What? No, I was going to... You probably saved me from making a racist joke, so thank you.
Well, and you know what? That's one of the things we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about humor tonight.
You
at
said
some
some
point.
dumb schmuck, and I immediately went to,
Yeah.
the wrong place.
Yeah, of course. Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you. You are wonderful. It's good to have you here.
So what were you going to say?
Well, let's do, because we've got people all over the world, let's do a quick temperature check. How's everybody's weather? How's everybody's temp? I mean, down under, it's, obviously the warmer part of the year for them.
Temperature check. It's temperature check time.
Yeah, I'm going to go for mine.
Where is mine?
I'm going to see. It's warmed up quite a bit here in Denver, but that is not to say
Not
that
too
it's
bad.
warm.
Yonkers, 28 degrees and snowing out.
Okay.
Took my dog
Yes.
for a walk.
All right. 21 Celsius. We'll have to do the math. That is
Oh, Celsius.
60 something. 60. Yeah, well, I'll have to get the conversion thing up. Right now it's 17 here in Denver,
I would have to, yeah.
which is warm compared to what it was, because it was
33, Willamette Valley, Oregon.
Okay.
Gary,
Zero
you
there.
just always say it's fucking cold.
Yeah.
What's the weather? It's fucking cold. What's
Well,
going
but
on,
let's
Gary?
remember its conversion. 32 Fahrenheit is 0 Celsius. So I'm actually colder than Gary is. So minus 5 Celsius. So yeah, he's about. Actually, Hugh is pretty close to my temperature. So that's pretty chilly.
Chad, you're on the East Coast, right?
Yeah, he's in Indiana, right? Or
Oh, Midwestern.
yeah, Midwest, Upper Midwest, right? So. Oh, yeah. See, we're supposed to get some of that today, and it didn't make it.
No, it's okay. You can say Lord Spike Protein because everybody knows SoCal is going to be the first place that breaks off. Would you stop it, Chris Lane?
No.
It's going to be the first place that breaks off when Doomsday comes.
Nah, it's fine, you know.
That's why the weather.
And that's the thing. SoCal, I mean, the weather's not. I don't mind visiting there for a little while for a change, but I would loathe having the same kind of temperature and weather all the time.
You know, it's funny because, I mean, when you live in climates where you have changing seasons, it becomes your clock. You become like
Exactly.
there's certain things you do when it's cold and certain things you do when it's hot. Yeah, I would probably go crazy. It'd be like going in Alaska when it's daylight for like, for like
Yeah,
2 weeks.
23 hours a day.
Yes,
Yeah.
you know.
All right, Shelley is
Hey, what's going on, Shelley?
31.
30 balmy. Balmy's a good
Balmy.
word.
Yeah,
It's
balmy's
very
a nice word.
It's very balmy outside.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Louisville, is that Kentucky? I don't know where any place is. I really should
Yeah, well, Louisville
study
is
my
in Kentucky.
geography.
But yeah. So, yeah, and Gary, that's with us. You need the four seasons. Although Vancouver has, a lot more weather than a lot of places, but it's certainly more temperate than some places.
Okay, everyone who lives with four seasons, what season would you be the most willing to lose? Summer. I would be very willing to drop summer.
Yeah, God, if I have to lose one, I guess that would be the one. I love fall. I love winter too. So, yeah. And of course, I love spring because we're out in the garden and that's all wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, from July to August, kill it. Yeah, I don't need it.
Once it's, I'd say, around 82, I'm done.
Yeah. Well, being a larger individual, yeah, I don't love the heat.
No, never have. Even though now that I'm getting older, I'm always cold. My feet always get cold. I've been double socking it. I'm like, oh, my kids walking around with no socks in the house, no shirt on. They're like little crazy men, and I'm like wearing a bathrobe and double socks.
I gotta say, bro, this cold snap is the first time that I ever actually felt cold. Basically, in my entire life. That
Really?
I was cold for most of the week. And yeah, I think the change of diet is definitely changing up my body a little bit. But I I actually got and felt cold and again, it was below zero a lot of that time. So it's cold. I don't care who you are.
So in doing a quick review, we have 3 votes, me, Chris, and Michael.
Yeah,
All dropping summer. So by a landslide, summer wins or loses.
Colorful likes them all, and I do too. I love all the seasons, but the premise was you had to lose one.
If you had to lose one, which would be colorful.
Yeah.
Don't be one of those people that I love everything equally.
Yeah, you know what happens to squirrels that can't choose one side or the other of the road? They just end up flat.
What's going on, Seagull? Seagull's rock squawk.
That's the DTs. See, I avoid that problem by never stopping drinking. Although, I don't drink very much. It's fun to laugh
No,
about.
not at all. I mean, we talk about whiskey all the time, and
But yeah,
I have a Pepsi right now.
I basically.
Well, you know what I'm afraid is I know the way I drink.
Well, yes,
So
there's that.
It's Thursday. I'm not going to take that chance and just start enjoying myself. Once I start enjoying myself, forget about it.
Well,
And
yeah,
then I
now
have to wake up the next morning.
see, my usual is I'll have a couple drinks on Friday night, and that's kind of my play with the dog, be creative, listen to Chad and Clay's show. But tomorrow night that gets screwed up because I got rules. As a rule, I don't drink alcohol when I perform because it tightens up my throat. So tomorrow we're doing the live streaming thing, and it's all musicians invited to play live on their thing. So I'll be doing that. So I probably won't be drinking at all tomorrow night.
No, as a rule, I prefer to drink while I'm performing.
We know you do.
maybe that was the problem on Tuesday. I was too tight, man.
Yeah, maybe.
I wasn't drinking anything.
I don't know if you guys didn't catch, Dom has revived his Tuesday night show. He did his first one this Tuesday, and I caught all of it, even though I came on camera for half a minute at the end. But it was Dom was great. It was a great show. It was entertaining. The pacing was good. Had active chat. It was a nice welcome back.
Yes, and I played one song for the deaf. 'Cause I forgot to turn on my microphone and play one complete song. I played, what the hell was it again? Well, you'll be hearing it next Tuesday. So there.
Yeah, I was having trouble identifying the song. I got to be honest with you because
And that would have been cool. I'd be like, all right, now what song was it? I didn't get to a couple.
yeah.
I got two copyright notices. I'm going to start taking notes of those and only play them on Gmail show. Because he loves when anyone comes and does a song that gets a copyright.
Yeah, that's why I know so many Pogue songs.
Yeah. Oh boy, yeah, Rosa. Yeah, that's the only time when you play the Pogues on here. The video though, we got to notice this will not be shown in certain regions.
Yeah, probably Ireland because
I've never been a mean. I'm not an angry drunk.
No. And there are basically two kinds of Irish drinkers. There's an Irish drinker who wants to take a poke at everyone, and then there's guys like me that I'm a happy-go-lucky guy, and I just get a little happier and a little go-luckier. And if the lassies are about
Pendar.
maybe luckiest,
How you
Pendar.
doing, Pendar? Boy, did you?
She's
see what
broken.
She said? Oh,
Yeah.
she's broken in 3 places.
Yeah, broken and sprained.
Yeah.
Yeah, getting old
What
sucks.
happened, Pendar? What happened? Was it Mandar? You can tell us. Are you
Yeah.
safe?
Did he drop that bass on you? That was a big bass.
A $4,000 base, or however much it was. Anyway, I hope you do feel better.
Yeah, and who's hoping to join on the show tomorrow, and I would love to see that and hear her wonderful tunefulness. That would be fantastic. But yeah, Pandora busted up her leg seriously. That happens.
It's busted up.
My nephew broke his arm last week, but he was in a hockey game, so hello, that happens in hockey sometimes.
Yeah, it's going to happen, right? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. Kay and I were joking about this the other day because neither one of us felt 100% this last week, and we're like, we know we must be getting older because we get out of bed, and she goes, "I've dislocated my hip, and I have no idea. I was sleeping. How does this happen?" Like I got nothing because I woke up with a bad shoulder one day, and then another day my neck hurt, and it's like, what the hell? My mind still thinks I'm 30. My body's going, nah.
No, yeah, exactly.
Higher.
Yeah. Keep guessing. Who knows? Who sings that song? Smoking Banana Peels. Anyone know? Anyone know? Anyone know?
I got nothing.
Do, 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 do. Nope, no one's got it. Or no one cares. No one really mentioned about what season they drop either. Pooey on all of you. It's Dead Milkman.
Yeah, you know what? I was bragging on you guys, versus Leah's chat. Now I'm beginning to have some reservations.
Ooh. Your foot
Yikes.
came off. Like, ooh, that just made me cringe. Just a foot flopping around like that.
Being a football coach, I've seen that twice on the field, and that is... you need a strong stomach because that is really unpleasant to look at. I am so sorry, dear. Yeah. That must have been not great.
Only time I ever saw that is because the guy didn't pay his debt.
Yeah, that's different.
I know, and I was holding the tire iron.
Yeah. I think you have my email.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. Yeah,
Yeah,
send pics.
Yeah, we want to see pictures. We're not going to share them, but
No, we won't share them, but here's my email. I don't care. Send me.
yeah. Oh, yeah, that's...
Oh, that's terrible.
Yeah. Yeah, that's not good at all. No. Again, there's a lot of broken... Manny of the Lily Pillies had a misstep and had a pretty severe break of his foot, I believe. And he's finally feeling better. He says he's getting around. But yeah, he was kind of off the radar for a little bit while he was recovering. So
Yeah, we
Yeah,
should
that's-
have a like a page or some kind of scroll of like everyone could put their own injuries and ailments. It would just go nonstop. Just our group.
Pretty
Nonstop.
much.
It would just be someone who has this and
Well, that was always the joke, but it's this is when you know you've in fact hit old age, when you're sitting around talking about your health all the time. You know, when you're in your 30s, do you ever talk about something that hurts or something that, I mean, if somebody, has a car accident, that's one thing, but you never talk about, oh, my elbow hurts.
oh yeah, that's the first thing I said to Pendar. I was like, "How's your painkiller situation?" Because it was like, I can open up a small pharmacy in my house for a month for my back surgery.
Yeah.
I've got all kinds of good stuff that I'm saving for the right occasion.
Yeah, now, and yeah, this is off Pendar's song list now, unfortunately.
Yeah, she can no longer sing that song.
Yeah.
We will not believe it. No, she can't. They are not.
I know. Good one. Good one, Seagull. Too funny.
It's going to be this boot makes me itchy.
Yeah. Somebody get me a coat hanger. I think I'm gonna.
Have you ever broken anything? I've never broken a bone.
I've had a minor break in my foot when I was in junior high. That was the only, and of course I did nothing but drink milk as a kid, and I'm a weightlifter, and those two things make a huge difference in breaking. That's what, when I talked to my nephew, I said, "Kid, drink a friggin' glass of milk, would you?" Because that's like the 5th broken bone he's had.
Now, Lord Spike, did you have them both? They don't do them both at the same time, right? Rotator cuffs.
No, you
Gotta
can't,
go one
because-
at a time, right?
Yeah, you can't. My brother had rotator cuff surgery.
Well, I've heard a lot of people, they endure the surgery for one and then deal with the pain for the second,
The rehab is miserable because my
Yeah,
brother's had it on both shoulders now, and he put off the second one for 2 years for exactly that reason. Yeah, that ain't good. Rotator cuffs are not fun. Nice.
Any other injuries? Come on, let's share your injuries. Let's hear about your battered up life.
Now, I had to do rehab on my rotator cuff when I was 23, 24. I was playing in a flag football league after college and was going against this big dude, and he punched on my shoulder and separated the muscles and, got down and hit the bone, basically. And so I had to do electro thing and rehab. And now, of course, I kept playing football because I love playing football. So I would take about 6 or 7 Tylenol and a couple shots of Jack Daniels and go play football. And then drink beer afterwards, which was stupid. But that's what I did.
Chris, Cliff? Back surgery broke at 2 different places, replaced disc. How many? That definitely sounds more severe than me.
Yeah. Well, you had 4 in total, right? They replaced 2.
Well, I had and then 2 got better on their own, and then they had to take out number 2 and number 6, I think. And I don't even realize, but so now I have like steel rods, putting them together, and you can tell you have steel rods in your spine when it gets cold.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, broken pelvis. Oh yeah, this is getting good, folks.
Yeah, see, auto accident, and that's, yeah. See, my wife always wins that because she got, in high school, she was driving with her brother.
Now what we should be called is the old people show. Everyone, next week, you are all required to write down your prescription medication. All share it.
I'm still
Everyone
doing
will be like, how many? But like, probably 80% of us are like on some kind of cholesterol and high blood pressure thing. Oh man,
wow.
wait, so that was a broken pelvis. I don't even 5 pins.
Yeah. Yikes.
Oof, yeah, that's rough.
Oh, yeah. Damn. Damn. Yeah. Well, we've seen some things, huh? Yeah. My wife actually she had skin grafting all through here because she got thrown out of the car at I
like
don't know,
massive
40
scrape.
miles an hour. Yeah, and just had road rash. Just took it down to the bone, so they had to rebuild. The fact that it's good that she's an accountant because she runs the 10 key all the time, and it kept her rehabbed. Otherwise, she'd have. But she, had a skull fracture, broke her spine. The fact that she has no lingering effects other than the obvious burn scar is just friggin' miraculous, frankly, because she probably should have died. I mean, they had to drill a hole in her skull to relieve the pressure. And, so that wasn't.
Oh, Jesus, Hugh. That is fucking tragic.
Yeah, isn't that terrible?
Yeah. Oof. All right.
Yeah.
And that was a little depressing.
Yeah, well, I'm glad you're here, Hugh.
Yes.
Sorry about
Glad,
your work partner. That sucks. Well, and yeah, to no one's surprise, right? I mean, if you almost die,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, well, Hugh has lots of pains.
yeah. Well,
Oh,
good.
here we go. Oh, what's Clay's going on? Bulging discs in my neck. How long have you been waiting for a pain management appointment now, Clay? It's been a while, hasn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
It's
Yeah, Clay's right. Old people's talk. Yeah, again, it's
You know what
Need-
sucks is that everyone is. It's the most interactive we've been all night. Everyone's got a "I'm more fucked up than you" story.
everybody's got an hour. Yeah, that's I learned long ago. Don't compete with my wife. She always wins.
Oh, my mother was like.
I've
the
had
queen.
cancer and she
Yeah.
beats me.
Yeah, my mother was the queen of everything that could possibly be wrong happened to my mother. My mother would go to the hospital, have surgery, and then have to go to another hospital because she was allergic to like the latex glove that the surgeon
Christ.
wore, and she'd break out, everything. Everything that could be wrong happened to my poor mom.
Yeah, that's tough. You're right, Cliff. We're all broke, which makes us a good tribe, People focus far too much on differences instead of focusing on the things that make us all the same. Hey, we're all broken. We've all got stuff that we got to deal with.
And apparently we all have our nights free.
Yeah, and there's that too. And we got nothing but well, and I look at that as a positive because we could be like 90% of the mindless idiots in the world and staring at the boob tube and getting dumber. Instead, we're hanging out with one another, we're chatting, we're sharing music, we're just
the
having
mind active.
we're just having good community here instead of going, I wonder what the housewives of Beverly Hills are doing this week. Oh, they got drunk and yelled at one another. Just like last week and the week before
I will say
and the
this,
week
though,
before.
like, my wife loves those shows, but to her, that's like I'm disconnecting my brain, and it's. I watch
Absolutely.
I watch Modern Marvels for the exact same experience that she gets from watching those shows.
I totally get that. My wife does the same thing, and I'll walk in and I'll go, "Why are you?
It's like
why are you watching this?" And she goes, "Honestly, because it reminds me two things. Money does not solve your problems. In fact, it creates some, and I feel a little bit better about myself after watching these terrible whores."
all of us.
Fair enough.
Even though your statement is 100% correct, money causes more problems than it solves. All of us will go, give me the money problems. Give me the money problems. I'll try them for a while. I'll try it for a while.
I've always said I would love to try and be the exception that proves the rule. Would love it, but yes, we all have scars. Well, yeah, that's pretty profound.
Yeah.
I should make something of that.
You should really make a song out of that, yeah.
There's a thought.
What you should have said is, exactly, Clay. Give me the money problem, damn it.
I'd like to try, yeah. My wife was accountant for the heirs of the Samsonite fortune. the suitcase, which was started here in Denver. And so the founders of Samsonite Suitcase, and this goes back early in the century, immigrants, hardworking, built this company. It was fantastic. Their kids really expanded it, made it bigger. Their kids, mailbox money, they kind of didn't do a great job with the company. By the fourth generation, it's completely out of business, and and they're all suing one another because.
Well, I mean, I would say they probably. I mean, their suitcases were, heavy, cumbersome. And they had O.J. Simpson as a sponsor. Maybe
Yeah,
not their best choice.
No, they should have stuck with the gorilla in the baggage handler suit. That would have been better. Yeah, because we all like the gorilla. We could relate
But
to
I
him.
think they just didn't change. I can't believe we're talking about this week on the Happy Hour.
This is what we do.
What has happened to Samsonite? The cruel twist of fate that became the Samsonite luggage fortune.
The third generation.
I would watch that in a heartbeat. I'd be glued to it.
Hey, me too. I'm fascinated by I'm a
it's too funny.
business school graduate, and that's in the 80s when I was going to business school, it was management by exception. Like, we don't care what's going right, what's not going right. Let's study that. And it was interesting because my first 2 years, they spent a lot of times focusing on failure, new Coke and all of these ones. And, one of the kids in the class at one point goes, how about we look at some companies who are successful? How about we? And I thought, that's good. It's good to learn where people screw up, but there's also something to be said for.
There we go. See, you got Clay and Chad on board. They're going to do a Samsonite expose.
Yeah, there you go.
I will study up, God damn it. I'll know my shit.
Yeah,
That sounds like a good show.
Yeah, those guys are plucking jewels from everywhere.
You got when you're doing a live stream every week, you got to take whatever you can get and run with it.
That's right. I have no idea what this is reference to,
No.
but hey, Magic Jar sounds great. Oh, here we go. Samson Dumb and Dumber.
funny,
Well,
yeah.
yeah. Yeah, well, actually, I think Lloyd Christmas may have been one of the Samsonite heirs. I could be wrong on that, but maybe. Indeed. And as Lloyd Spike says, don't we all have money problems? Yeah. The money problems are, I don't have money. Money doesn't solve your problems, but it can mitigate some.
Yeah. It ain't so bad.
No.
It ain't so bad.
No, I mean, if given the choice of having a couple bucks or not having money, I think we would all say, thank you, I'll take a couple bucks.
And we would all say that, and we would all probably also say, when I didn't have any, was probably the best time of my life. Because having money just makes you worry about not having money. When you don't have money, you don't worry about not having,
Yeah, there's
Maybe
some
when
truth
you're
to
young.
that.
Obviously,
Yeah.
maybe, when you're young. Obviously,
Oh,
if
yeah.
you're older, you have a family, you think about it a lot more.
Yeah, hey, here's Lord Spike's rap song, "No Money, Mo Problems."
Yeah.
Well done. Yeah, when I was, as a struggling musician in my early 20s, we never had any money. We knew where all the good buffets were that we could eat cheap, and we would go into the
Taco
7-Eleven.
Bell.
Oh yeah, well,
You could eat
obviously.
breakfast, lunch, and dinner at Taco Bell for like $4.
Yep. And we would take here's one of our new friends from Lee's
Hello,
channel.
Joel.
Hell, good
What
to
is
see you. How are
going
you?
on? Hello.
That's the other thing I will say on Leah's channel. The meme game and the emoji game is really strong. They're really good at it. I don't know how they do it. If I can make 2 emojis, I'm like really proud of myself.
I'm still not quite sure what an emoji is. Those little picture things, right?
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
these
The little guitar and the little hands and everything. But they'll call up, dozens of them. And I'm like, how in the hell do you access that many so quickly?
They have like a whole panel, but they have like a whole, behind Lee playing a guitar. There's like 14 people on computers just
Okay.
programming emojis.
That makes sense
Yeah,
because,
it's a whole big corporation.
yeah, I'm a boomer and I don't know how to do that.
Well, again, Mike, you're not a young man. I was
Yeah.
I was referring to not having money in our 20s.
Well, that's
Yeah,
it, because you
not our
always think
40s.
you're going to have money in your 20s.
Yeah,
It's like,
uh-huh.
yeah, I don't have any today, but I can go make some, or I can do this. And, yeah, your mindset changes. That's
Yeah.
what we're referring to.
It seemed
Exactly.
easier then.
Yeah. And again, you didn't have, I don't know, you weren't responsible for anybody basically except for yourself.
I remember rolling change to go buy cigarettes. Can you imagine if you bought cigarettes with change today? They were 99 cents back in the 80s, and now they're like 15 fucking dollars.
It's crazy. Yeah. Yeah. It's too. I mean, blowing. Hey, I'll tell you what. In Buffalo, New York, and Dom knows this well.
Oh,
if,
I've had out some. I have
Holy
something.
shit.
You go first. You go first.
Yeah, if they're telling you to stay off the roads in Buffalo, New York, it is bad.
Yeah, it's always bad. So get this. Everyone, well, people who have been around, I made a song a long time ago about my hometown. We may have to play it later, Chris. Called Yonkers. Where the party at, right?
Where the
And-
party at? Yeah, I love that song.
I have to play it later. And it was a just silly song. And I found out one fact, and I just kept saying the one line over and over again. Yonkers is the fourth largest city in the state of New York. At that time, was 100% true. I need to revise the song because Yonkers has passed Buffalo. We are now the third largest city in the state of New York. How about that?
Wow. Now that's interesting, especially since the metro area there has been shedding population.
Yeah, so I have to
So-
revise the song to get with the times.
Oh, so better than Buffalo. I can see that. Or bigger than Buffalo.
Bigger than
Yeah.
Buffalo.
Yeah, Buffalo snow ain't no joke. Boy, that is true. That is, they get friggin' weather up there.
Yeah, it was. So it's Syracuse, Buffalo, Rochester, or no, Syracuse, Buffalo, New York City, and Yonkers.
Yeah.
Buffalo's number 4.
Suck it, Buffalo.
Oh, Cliff wants to hear the song. You all hear it then.
Yeah, now we're
You
going to
all
play this
hear
song.
it, sir.
Yeah, go,
I have to
go.
find it. If
Yeah,
I can
you-
even get in my own account. SoundCloud. Remember when we used to always go to SoundCloud?
Absolutely.
I
And
haven't-
SoundCloud still rocks.
No, it's still cool. I haven't
Yeah.
recorded no music, so I have not been there.
Yeah. Yeah, it's, Dom and I both used it as a parking place for, songs or songs ideas.
I don't even think it's. I may have to actually sign in. I don't think I've ever been to it on this computer. I'm never. Yeah, I'm
Well,
never
I,
gonna find my password.
yeah. Well, that's fine because my SoundCloud account is up someplace, and so I can go to your account and I can find it.
Yeah.
But it's only on SoundCloud, right?
Correct. Yeah.
All right. Then your job is to entertain the nice people while I go
Yada
find
da
it.
da da da. Yada da 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 da. Yeah, SoundCloud. It's a cool name. Shoot, I remember cigarettes. 35 cents. Wow.
Yeah.
I took you for a much younger woman, just
Yeah.
35 cents.
Let's see.
Yeah, how am I doing at the entertaining part? Pretty
Yeah,
suck,
keep
right?
keep going. Get better, damn you.
That was the hardest part about Tuesday night. I very much missed not having your voice there.
Yeah, well, and yeah, I figured you were getting back into it, and I didn't want to
Oh
be
yeah. I
a
didn't want you
huge
there. Just missed it.
Absolutely fair. Didn't want to be there, and so we were good.
That's why we get along. You can always tell me the truth, pal.
That's right. No, I wanted to just see what you had. See if you'd totally lost your shit or you could still play. So it
right,
seemed like you
Michael.
could still play.
I can't even do. I was trying to juggle. I will juggle a Lego tool. It's green, so you can't see it. Nope, that don't work.
All right, we are getting there. I'm in your account finally.
Hoo-hoo. Cheddar pepper. I can't say that 3 times fast.
No, it's one of those tongue twister ones, which is good. Mm-hmm. Oh, you put too many other people's songs in your stream, or it's showing me things that you liked. So, all right, down to Freak Flag.
Freak flag. It's probably way in the beginning.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
That was another very random song. It's terrible too. I didn't even know what we're playing. I still find it fun though.
Well, that's it. We all got to have fun songs. I mean, I've got probably more than
You
my
have a lot
fair
of fun
share.
songs. I don't have many fun songs.
Well, yeah, but you do. My point is, you do have a couple.
A couple, yeah.
Yeah. Your Bad Genetic Blues, still one of my favorites.
Yeah, I did like it. I did like that one.
Oh, hey,
Even though
there's
most people don't
there's
get it.
there's Naya Sing Out of Tune.
Singing out of tune,
Very good.
but she does not.
No, it never has. All right. Well, I think we're getting
So
there.
you working on songs to play for tomorrow? We're just gonna rough it.
I had hoped to carve out 30 minutes in practice today and everything. That didn't happen. I spent all afternoon on the phone with one of my book authors and then a cover artist and everything. So I'm hoping I can get a little time tomorrow and at least put a set together.
I'm sure you will.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be, and again, the concept is between the boys there, they're kind of pulling together live artists like Clay, Dom, myself, Michael Songs, Pendar, Mrs. High we know is coming, and inviting some of the people that are, exclusively karaoke people. And so it's going to kind of meld the two together, which should be, on paper, a lot of fun and just expose two different audiences to, other people.
Hello, Mr. Cheddar Pepper.
And I think that's going to be fun. Holy shit, you got so much on here that...
I don't even remember what's on there.
well, because,
Tell you the truth.
everything that, on my stream, everything that you listen to and then, reposted, that's coming up too. So that is...
Didn't you have to go in through it? I don't even remember, through the, I don't know.
Well, this is the only way I can access your channel. Because
wow.
I'm just seeing everything that's on there. So
I am so sorry. So sorry. I'm so sorry.
no, it's not a problem. I mean, it's
all-
here someplace.
It's all, who is it? It's all Cliff's fault.
There it is. Bingo. Holy shit! Did I have to scroll for that one?
It's a lot of work. Hey, what's up, Epi?
It is.
Hey, don't, buddy.
But damn it, I'm succeeding. So,
Everyone say hello to Epiponium.
hey, Epi, how are you doing? He is a fine Finnish friend.
Oh, awesome. That's great, Hugh. Hugh's new studio is all set up.
All right, and
Clay's
stream
gonna
ready.
Clay is doing Megadeth, See There and Shine Down for karaoke.
Nice.
Fun.
Yeah, that's be good. And it'll be fun to see what Chad does. As long as Chad's not going to chicken shit out.
No, Chad's
Better not.
Chad's old man. He's not gonna check it out.
I wouldn't think so. That would be far beneath him. Okay, so everybody, we're going to play something from Dom's SoundCloud account, and this is his song, Yonkers, Where to Party At.
I guess they went duh. Very low. There we go.
state of New York. City in the state of New York. Yeah, it's like that, y'all. It's like that. It's like that. Come on, come on, come on. Yeah, it's like that, y'all. It's like that. It's like that. Oh. Strong.
Yonkers! Where the party at?
Fourth largest city in the state of New York.
I actually think I should bring that to the board of tourism. That's a good slogan.
Fourth largest city in the state of New York.
And there you go. It's a little song about my hometown.
That was fucking fantastic. I just love that.
I had it intended the whole time to make a rap, but I was like, I can't rap, and if that wouldn't be good. Because I was gonna do I was just gonna talk about all the famous people like from Yonkers, like Steven Tyler from Aerosmith, and of course the most famous person from Yonkers is the son of Sam.
Well, you know, there's like levels, you know. It's the third largest city now. Then you got, you know, Sam,
and I think Beyonce's from Yonkers. No, she's from Mount Vernon.
Okay.
As
Well, that's
Denzel Washington.
not the same at all.
No, that's the town next to us.
But I think your idea is rock solid. Recut that song because, man, it has a very Beasties Boys vibe.
Oh, yeah,
yeah. Totally. And recut it and send it to the Bureau.
If I were to do it, I would have to get more professional people like to help, like with beats and someone to rap in it. You know, I would have to go all the way. Which, you know. But yeah, I thought it was fun.
Nah,
that was another
Song
Spacker song.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, I'm going to go up because Cliff is Lady Campion, correct?
Lady Campion, yep.
Yep, no H in there. It's Campion, but she does sing like an angel.
We call her the song.
And I'd be really jealous, and I dislike her, except for she's just such a lovely person. And super talented. You know, she does show tunes and all these Disney movie things, and you're enraptured by it. And yes, she is amazing.
When do you usually drive through Kurt and Justine? They say they drive through New York every year. Well, let me know, because you're probably driving on the through like the city side or out west.
They're going to Massachusetts. Yeah, they'd have to be going to the west, right? That seems like an odd way around, but from where they're coming from, maybe not.
Yeah. Yeah.
Again,
it's still, believe it or not, Pendar, it's still downloading. There's some pretty intense pictures you sent. Why is it not? It just says downloading. I don't know.
I was going to ask Epifomian why he's one-handed typing, and then I thought, you know what? I don't want to know.
Let's I don't think these are going to open, Pendar. They, I think she just sent me a virus. Pendar shuts down the happy hour. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's going to download. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, well, something was going to shut down that happy hour regardless, right?
Yeah. Oh, you got a new one with Miss High there. Oh, Upstate through Buffalo from Detroit. Okay,
And that makes
so
sense.
that's literally 7 or 8 hours for me, probably.
Well, and
Buffalo.
again, here's a quick geography
Big
lesson
place.
since Americans suck at geography. Detroit, Michigan is north of a lot of parts of Canada. Just is.
Yeah.
So that makes sense. Oops, I just tried to highlight that. That'll be good, Hugh. Looking forward to it. I mean, there's a great blues guitarist with a great blues singer. Gotta figure that's gonna be pretty wonderful. Oh, and this is because Clay is going to be leaving the fair state of Utah.
Oh, that's right. You're moving again, right?
Yeah, her job is she's got to go someplace where the work is, and so Des Moines, Minneapolis, or Charlotte, North Carolina. I know which of those three that I would choose, but I'm not you.
I would say North Carolina, Charlotte.
No question. For
You know,
me,
we're not super far then. I'm only thinking for my own benefit.
well, I've been to Minneapolis many times. I'm not a huge fan.
No?
No, and Des Moines it's in Iowa, so. And as much as I like corn and corn liquor, Iowa doesn't do anything for me.
Good evening, Secret Legacy.
There he is.
How are ya?
Costa.
How are ya?
How are you, Costa? He's behaving as much as he ever does.
Kurt is always very well behaved on our shows.
Yeah, he doesn't get crazy on our shows.
No.
Not
What
true.
he does on the other people's shows, I don't know.
It's none of our business. But he's a solid citizen here on the happy hour.
Yes.
Now, of course, his wife begs to disagree. But they live together, so maybe he's not behaving as well as we think. I just know this. I would never invite Kurt to be on this panel without vetting him first, because he's a clothing optional kind of guy. We made that mistake once.
What? Did I miss something? Someone was naked on our show?
Well, he was certainly naked from the waist up. You remember? This was an early show.
No, I have no recollection.
Okay, well, there's something you can go back and check the old shows.
Yes.
Yeah.
This was on the happy hour?
Yes.
Just a random... Oh, wait.
Yeah, you remember. I'm not going to mention the name, but yeah, you remember.
I think it may be coming back to me.
Yeah. Yeah. Oops. Well, there you go. Hey, whatever you want to do, man. But I don't need pictures. I'm good.
If you want to send pictures, we want your guitar porn.
That's
we got
right.
one from Pole Vault sent us one.
Excellent. I knew he was good for it. How's the theme song going? Do we know?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, we'll have
It's
to ask him
between
that.
it's between Hugh and Pole Vault. Who gets our eternal love
Yeah, for the guitar porn
theme song?
theme. Exactly. So, yeah, we had the
I forget.
opening episode last week. Showed
I'm going to save it till we have a couple, I think.
Yeah, we're going to do a couple and put them together because we think that will be entertaining.
I think so. I think it's the greatest idea ever.
Okay, Pole Vault or Kurt? See what I did there? All right.
Swinging. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yes, an instrumental.
Yes. That's right. It was funny. I mean, you could get in my search engine and you wouldn't find anything untold until like last week when I was looking for, and I didn't know how else to search for it, but I put 70s porn music. And so I got some music things, but they weren't that helpful. And with the term porn in there, I got a whole lot of other stuff too. It's like, that's not what I'm looking for, guys.
Wait, no, this is very important. Are you saying we can't marry our first cousin? Uh-oh, I'm going to go talk to my wife.
I married my cousin, didn't affect me none. It's an old family joke. Well, in Kentucky, maybe your choices are limited. I don't know. Again, I don't judge. I know that's true. And
Bow, chicka, wow, wow.
Well, that's the
you
thing.
Just said it, Kurt?
I put
Everyone
that
says that way. Bow,
Yeah,
chicka,
exactly.
wow, wow.
Yeah, and that's that kind of, wah-wah pedal, which I did find a good wah-wah pedal that was pretty good. But
Yeah, I actually, believe it or not, in GarageBand, there is a wah setting called Blaxploitation.
Yep.
Sounds very good.
yeah, I didn't have time to sit down and actually record something with that, so I took the second best.
I could do it. I'm just very lazy.
Yeah, we know that.
Thank you.
Okay, well, good to know.
Justine met a guy.
Yeah.
His parents were first cousins. Yeah, and his name was Kurt. Wah, wah.
Whoa! No, you didn't. Yeah, he did.
Shelly, he's probably only doing that because he's got the hots for one of his.
Yeah, he's got a hot cousin.
Got a
didn't
bit.
he?
Yeah, he's got a real hot cousin. There should be some kind of scale on acceptable. First cousin, but really, really hot. Okay, okay,
Yeah.
we could see your point.
Yeah, the judge. I'll allow it.
Yeah, ugly first cousins. Nope.
Nope, I can't do it. Well, here's the state representative was laughed at and then reelected in a landslide
Yeah.
because that's how politics works.
Well, I can't talk about state representatives. I mean, look at the people in New York's checkered past.
Yeah, well,
Who was that one guy?
which
You know,
one?
He had like this whole online persona of like a porn guy. Oh God, I can't remember his name.
Yeah, Wiener.
Yeah, the Wiener, right?
Yeah,
Anthony
is it
Weiner.
Anthony Wiener. Yep.
Right.
Yeah, had the laptop and the whole. Yeah, it was sexting with underage girls. Yeah, he was a sweetheart.
And telling him, who he was, and then they just blackmailed him.
Yeah.
And then he had to stop for the race and all the stupid shit they do, and then he got caught doing it again.
Yeah, because
Obviously.
Yeah. Well, we
thing.
don't send our best and brightest to Washington. I think you can, regardless of what political stripe you might be, I think we all agree on that one. If you're really a upright person and, are really good at something you do, you'd never go to Washington.
Well, that's because anyone who would be good at the job would never want that job.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Because they would say, if we have a system called democracy, why do we need fucking representatives? Let's just vote on everything and
Well,
do away with all you people.
do you want a quick civics lesson? Because we don't have a democracy. We've never had a
well-
democracy.
I know that, but that's still what they call it.
Yeah, which is that's one of those little things. Doing what I do for a living that irritates the hell out of me.
We just have, all you have to do is hire an accounting firm. And anytime there needs to be something new passed, you just take a popular vote and they say, okay, it passed. It did not pass. And then go on.
Here's the problem with that. You know what another term for democracy is? It's just a mob. And the biggest, loudest, most people get their way, and it's not. We should never pretend that's a good thing. our system was set up to balance all the various factions and different ideas, and we're not doing as good a job as we once did. But that's my little take on it.
A horse's chin.
Yeah, I was reading that too, and I went, I'm not
That
sure what
caught
to do
my
with
eye.
that.
Yeah. Well, like, I have no idea where to go.
Yeah.
Kind of says it itself.
And then she followed, yeah, we were both going for the same comment.
Yeah.
And then she followed it up with.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go.
Funny.
We get fined if we don't vote. That's an interesting concept.
Isn't there a country that does that? Is it Australia?
Oh, yeah.
Like they're like,
yeah. Camellia's from Australia, yeah. Which is, again, that's an interesting concept. I don't know what to think of that. Anyway, and I certainly don't want to drive down the path of politics
oh no,
particularly.
God, yeah, I don't want to become a
No.
political kind of discussion. I think we all come here to get away from that.
Exactly so.
It is not happy. It is not happy.
No, and it goes on for hours and hours and hours. C-SPAN never goes off.
Yeah, and
yeah.
goes nowhere.
And goes nowhere. Correct.
Absolutely goes nowhere. Talk about things you can change, not things you can't.
Well, all right. So here's your vocabulary word for today: bloviating, and endless talk. So my wife and I always refer to people in Washington as bloviating because that's all they do. They don't actually take action. They don't care about us. They don't help us. They just talk about it.
Well, there's a lot of people that just like to talk.
Yeah, unlike this show.
We're not just talking about. No, I wouldn't say no. We're not talking at people.
No,
You've been
we are
talked at,
certainly
right?
yes, and we are certainly not
And it's-
bloviating.
No, I've known people, and they'll never stop speaking. They will never, and
Yes.
they will never toss the baton. They will never give you the conch shell to say,
Yeah.
what do you have to say?
Yeah, the conch shell is a great concept. Again. Okay. So, here you go. Here's the definition of bloviate. Talk at length, especially in an inflated or empty way. When so many people are bloviating, it's easier to dismiss all discourse as chatter. I didn't come here to hear a pompous guy bloviating. So, you don't get that here. You get a lot of talk, but it's not. At least it's
Without
not
relevant
bloviating.
data. Yes, we are
No.
not bloviators.
No.
I am not a bloviator.
That's right. Let me go on for the next 30 minutes as to how I'm not a bloviator.
Yeah.
And let me tell you how I'm not a... All right. Enough.
Yeah, I think we warned that one. I think we're bloviating, Chris. I think we're bloviating.
Getting borderline. But we pulled out of the nosedive right in time.
Yes.
So, good eye from West Oz. Okay. Yeah, that's and again, you got Perth and the South Coast. Again, for Americans out there who suck at geography, which is most of us, Australia is a really big country.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of people on the east and a lot of people in the west and some in the south and not a whole lot in the middle.
A sophist. Ooh, fancy word, night.
Yeah, no, that's good. Yeah, a contrarian is another definition like that. You take a side, I'll take the other side. Just
I
be
do
a
enjoy doing
contrarian.
that. I do enjoy doing that.
It can
I
be a
can-
fun exercise.
Yeah, I mean, not like if I'm hanging out with a bunch of friends, like one day I'll say one way and the next day I'll try to argue the exact opposite way. Never for real though. Like,
No.
but just for sport.
Well, that was the basis of debate when we actually used to have debate and could
Debate
have
clubs, yeah.
such in an adult way is, you would contrary and you would take the contrary position to if to understand their argument and make sure your own argument was cogent. But
Well, there used to be a
We don't.
day when different opinions were valued. They're no longer valued. If someone
No.
doesn't agree with you, they
Yeah.
are now like the wrong people or something like that. I enjoy people
They're
I don't
poo-poo heads.
see eye to eye with. Yeah.
yeah,
And I go more. I don't care what people believe, what they think. I just how they are. That's my only. If they seem cool, I'm cool.
yeah.
You know.
Well, it's impossible to agree with everyone on all things. It's a silly premise for starters, and nothing good comes of it.
Well, it's almost like relationships, you know? People meet really young, they get together, like a year or two, they're like, oh, I can't stand this person, you know? Because they're going with people exactly like them. And that's no good. You need someone very different than you
Exactly.
to give you some kind of
Oh,
growth, you know?
100%. Yeah, that's the secret to my wife and I's happy 34-year marriage is we are very different people. Including when we first got together, 180% out of phase on every political thought. So that for years we'd joke about, hey, let's go vote and cancel each other out.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Now, one of us evolved their thinking over time, and now we're a lot more on the same page in that area. But, she's a little tiny person. I'm a big old dude. We're just, she's dark-haired, and we couldn't be more opposite in pretty much every fashion.
Yeah.
And it works great
Well, that's
because
what
we complement one another.
Chris and I always remark to each other that we are very good friends. He's probably like my best friend now.
Absolutely.
And, we don't see eye to, maybe we see eye to eye. Well, no, we actually see eye to eye at the point of resolution, but we get there from completely different places.
Completely
kind of
different
thing.
places. Yeah. We often arrive at the same point, but we're driving. It's like the old math problem. If Dom leaves Yonkers at 60 miles an hour
Yeah,
and Chris leaves Denver at 73 miles an hour, where will they get into a head-on crash? And the answer is Des Moines, Iowa.
So, I don't think enough people do that. I
No,
think
it's a
too many
shame.
people. Too many people look for people that fit in their box, and my box is boring. I like visiting other boxes.
Well, I used to so much enjoy the intellectual give and take of people who didn't see things in the same way I did, but that has lost a lot of luster.
No,
in
it's
the past.
lost it because it used to be. In doing so, they equally were interested in your take on
Yeah,
things.
it was a give and take, and that's how people's positions grow and evolve. But you just don't get that anymore, and I don't have the patience to.
Not as a broad stroke, but it seems I meet more people that are like that than not.
Well, it's because of societal conditioning. They've been conditioned. In order for me to win, you have to lose. Mm-hmm. And that's, again, it's a ridiculous premise. You're starting off in the wrong place, so you can't get to a better place. And just
Agreed.
in case people are confused on this, the world is not black and white, folks. It's lots of shades of gray.
All gray.
Just,
All gray.
it's either light gray or dark gray, but it's gray.
Gray's a good color.
Yeah,
It's a good
indeed.
color. So what else you got going on, Chris? What's everyone going on?
Well, I am just getting. Well, again, we talked about the show tomorrow. Looking forward to that a lot. And then,
Yeah, just hanging out.
yeah,
Doing some hangouts.
yeah. Let's see. Ooh, Well, that didn't end well. I just checked the hockey score. Nope, they didn't. They went to Boston and did not win.
Excuse me.
All right, here we go.
What was the? All right, maybe who remembers? On the premiere night of 12 for 12 on Clay and Shad's channel. Oh damn! I have such a badass memory. Someone premiered. Who was it? Some new name.
Give me a hint.
Just a really, I got nothing now. It was a really kick-ass rock song.
All right, so let me. Was it Second Brightest Object with Get It
No,
Done?
oh, there you are. I forgot you just go to that thing.
Yeah, well, because I saved new artist and then I listened to their stuff and comment. Could have been Tension Splash with
Yes,
Mama's.
that was it. I believe
Okay.
that was it.
Mama's Maiden Studio. Tribal song. And then
What was? Well, actually, I'm trying to go to.
I think that their premiere was Crayola, actually.
Yeah, maybe that was it. Crayola.
Yep.
Why don't we play that? That was a kick-ass song.
You got it.
Want to play that?
Yeah, you got it. I'll fire it up right now because this was and this is what's great about this show. Chad and Clay are finding new artists, and it's good stuff. So here
Yeah,
we
they
go.
were really good. I really enjoyed that one.
Yeah, here is Tension Splash and their song Crayola, and hopefully I'm not in the middle of it. We'll figure out here in a second. Nope. Let me do this. Get back to the beginning. Get the volume up.
Yeah, that song kicks ass.
Yeah, that was super
Really
good,
good.
right? Yeah. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. I can't believe how fast I smoke.
Yeah, a little Social D. Yeah, a little bit. Little bit of Social D vibe.
Yeah, it was definitely a little like southern rocky, punky kind
Yeah,
of.
yeah, it had that nice, good mix of all that good stuff I like.
Yeah,
Urgh.
really cool band.
Yeah, no, it was fun. Yeah, there was a lot of cool premieres. I caught most of them. I cooked during, I think, well, they had,
Let's go on pinch.
12 premieres. So,
12 premieres.
yeah, so I know I missed a couple of them. So,
And I think Michael Song's already researched. He has the 12 a.m. spot on the next one, which is what, April 12th? Is it April 12th? Which we will now all know is Michael Song's birthday.
God bless these people who plan ahead like that.
Yeah.
I planned ahead so much that I set up this show at 3 o'clock this afternoon.
Well, that's actually pretty good for us.
Yeah. Well, again, these guys are rubbing off on me. Next thing you know, I'll get it up the day before the show even.
Well, you saw I already have next week's link for my song list all
Yeah.
ready to go.
These people are rubbing off on us, and I'm not sure it's
Yeah,
totally
it
good.
did seem like a smart idea. I know. How many times has Che? I just combined Chad and Clay, and we're gonna call them
Che. Yeah. It's like J-Lo, right?
How
Che.
many times on Thursday has Chad asked us, "You guys going live tonight? You have a link?" Oh shit! Thanks.
Yeah, so I'll try and get a little better at that so they can help us out. I think,
Actually, for this one, Chris, next time, well, one of us, I'm saying like just has to be you. We just make 4 in a row.
which that would be really smart and
It
fantastic.
probably like only take like 20 seconds longer.
Yeah, but
I wish there was a way in StreamYard where you could just say repeat. Like setting
Yeah.
up an auto payment that it will just keep scheduling with this. All the shit the same.
exactly. That would be nice if it did that, but
Hey,
it doesn't.
StreamYard.
Yeah, that
Would you
there's some
call
truth to that.
Would you call StreamYard a video conferencing tool?
No, not exactly. It has many of those attributes. I think it's got more features than, because I use a lot of those videos
Because
streaming.
I
like
think
Zoom.
I can write it off. That's what I'm thinking.
Oh, well, in that respect, absolutely. And just make sure that, you call me on business every once in a while. Consult me multiple times in the next 2 months and I'll design a logo for your business.
Yeah, well, that's how I was going to ask you in business cards.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, we can get that happening.
That's what I'm how I'm looking life now. Can that be written off?
Yeah, no, absolutely. It's totally legit if you use it for business and, of course, keep track of it.
I was talking to the one who's behind me doing this. It was like, you got to understand, I'm very much an employee mentality. I'm like, so you're going like this. And I'm like, just trying to see it, But
Yeah. No, I'm kind of one of those middle people. My youngest son, total entrepreneur. My wife is a total, I work for other people kind of mindset. And I go back and forth because basically I do both. I do work for other people. I also work for myself. I've also owned businesses. So,
well, I've always considered, my motto is like, I'll give up some of the highs so I don't, if that meant some of the lows, and just keep me even. I
get it.
I don't need huge, exciting things in my life anymore. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Just keep me level. Keep me out of the hospital. That hasn't happened twice.
yeah.
But, let me just run this baby home.
Good night, Shelley. See you next. Thanks
Good
for
night,
stopping
Shelley.
in. So, I'm on it. Don't piss off the IRS again. Yeah, correct. Oh, there you go. See, you had confirmation from multiple sources.
Yeah, thank you. See, I'm citing that. The Secret Legacy on YouTube said I
That's
could.
right. A guy in Australia said I
Yeah.
could do this. And the IRS would go, we don't care.
Well, don't forget, too, one of my clients is in the audio
Yes.
technology business, so
So absolutely, you need this
that's a
tool.
lot of stereo equipment.
Yeah. Yep, indeed.
Good
It
night,
is
Joe
amazing.
Sheldon.
As long as I get
What
all
did
the
he say?
credit. He said it's amazing the good you can do if you don't care who gets the credit. That's true to a point. Now, being a part of corporate for a while, there are plenty of people that are happy to take credit when you did all the work and will step on you
Well,
to get ahead. And so,
It depends on which way it's coming from.
yeah,
It should be expected top down.
should be.
My big thing is people who do not own their mistakes. Oh, it drives me insane. If I make a mistake, if I fuck up, I'm going to say that was my
Yes.
fault. Because the way I see it, like I try to tell my kids, is like once you own a mistake, all discussion stops because someone can't go, you messed that up. And if you go, yeah, I did. Sorry, I'll do better. They
Yeah.
can't go, if they go on, they're just an asshole, and then
Correct.
But yeah, I meet so many people that just won't go, I screwed that up. We have to do it this way. Yeah, that's right. It keeps you in business.
Yeah, and that's
Thank
exactly
you, Pitch.
it. Yeah,
Thank you.
well, it's just needless to say, I'm all about owning things if I don't feel like I went the right way on something. So, you people have seen me do it.
Yeah, you just can't take
Recently.
24 hours, Chris, apparently.
It takes as long as it takes.
Exactly.
But that's interesting because I did want to segue into comedy and talk about it a little bit because I found this thing on the Babylon Bee, and it kind of is a very similar situation to what we're talking about. And let me find it, and then I can share my screen. For those of you who don't, this is a comedy site. No, not that. Dipshit, wrong button. For those of you who don't know what the Babylon Bee is, it is basically a satire site. If you're familiar with The Onion, it's
Yeah.
along those lines. But it started out it basically made fun of church people. And they would, bag on the bass players and the pastor and all this kind of stuff. But they've evolved into just doing general satire. And their political satire is really sharp and really good. So they did this one. I'm going to share the screen right now. So this is the last one. This was from yesterday. Trump promises Vivek administration position running the White House 7-Eleven. And, following former President Trump's landslide victory in the Iowa primary, an immediate concession by GOP candidate Vivek Ramaswamy, took me forever to learn how to pronounce his name correctly, Trump offered an olive branch by promising the billionaire entrepreneur a cabinet position running the White House 7-Eleven convenience store. Okay, funny on a lot of levels because Ramaswamy he is a tech multi-billionaire and ran under his own money and everything. But it goes on, and he can work in the 7-Eleven. And of course, Joe Biden recently said something along the lines is, you can't go to a 7-Eleven or work there unless you have an Indian accent. So this is satire on
Did he
all
really
of
say
these
that?
people. Oh yes, yes. Yes, he really did. If you don't believe me, look it up, folks.
No, I believe you.
But here's the funny thing. I mean, people would be horrified of this, kind of soft racism and everything. And the Babylon Bee takes flack all the time for being satire and being funny because people take it so seriously. Where I'm going with all of this, and let me stop the share, is we are losing our sense of humor to a certain extent. And,
Hell yeah.
and I'll be the first to admit, there's a fine line. You can go, I think you can go too far. There's no doubt in my mind. Some things, like, we don't tell Pollock jokes anymore, right? Now, the fact of the matter is you can substitute the word blonde for Polish or, jokes are jokes. And the target of the joke is malleable. Used to be the Irish we would make fun of, and then the Poles and blondes and on and on and on and on. But we've gotten to a point in at least America and seemingly worldwide where our sense of humor is very couched in is that offensive to somebody or anybody, and like everything, I think the pendulum has swung a little too far. One direction. And it's unfortunate because Jerry Seinfeld, who was a brilliant comedian and of course was on the Seinfeld for years and years and years, he doesn't do stand-up comedy anymore. And his reason for not doing it is he said, I just don't feel like I can do this without, somebody coming after me for being offensive on some level. And so here's a multi-million-dollar comedian, and he's a multi-millionaire because he was so good at it, and he just says, I don't want to play anymore.
Yeah, look, this is relevant from Avoid. I can't think of a joke that is 0% of it's true.
That's exactly right. I mean,
it wouldn't be a joke. It wouldn't be funny, and like I always thought, the problem is there were way too many people on the other side for too long that used it as a means to put down people when I think it's meant as a tool to go, yes, you and I are different. So what, because a joke, you don't have to believe the joke is true to find it funny, with stereotypes and all that stuff.
Sure.
Whatever.
Well, but that's the thing. I mean, I'm old enough, you probably are. Don Rickles.
Don Rickles was
brilliant.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And of course, his whole routine is he mentioned every race, every color, every creed, every religion. He was Jewish. He made fun of himself being Jewish all the time. He'd make fun of his Catholic friends. He went after everybody, and nobody was offended.
No.
And because everybody knew what a sweetheart he was, and that there was
people were a little tougher back in the day.
And that's kind of what I'm driving at. We were definitely tougher. When we were kids, if other kids made fun of you, you knew two things. They didn't like you, or they liked you. You knew one of those two things was true. And a lot of the times it was both.
Yeah.
Right? That's just what we did. We made fun of one another. And, the intent wasn't to pound someone down. It was just, make a little fun of them.
I could say, like, some of my best friends when I was a teenager, I don't think I ever said one nice thing to them. Everything was always, a shot. It was always a shot at them. And they did it back to me, and that's just the way we communicated. However, they'd always be at my side. No one else could do it.
Oh yeah, no, that's exactly true. I think what Secret Legacy said, which I highlighted, is right. Look at this, and this is exactly right, Kurt. Archie Bunker showed up racism by accentuating those attributes in a character and everything. And of course, as we know, Archie Bunker, the character, wasn't a bad guy. He had stilted views on certain things.
Yeah.
But yet he lived in the community. He made friends with these people. You could see his evolution as a person in the character.
That is one of the things that that bugs me. So people all travel at different speeds, and there is a huge portion of people, like, if you're not immediately on board, it's like sometimes it takes people time to catch up. The way you were brought up doesn't necessarily make you, but you do bring little things, and they have to filter out of you. And in time, when not pushed, I think everyone will get there. But when pushed, I think it just creates the exact opposite effect of
I think there's a lot of truth to that. Again, it's human nature to, if there's force, then there's counterforce, and so there's pushback. Whereas you go with the flow along naturally, you're going to end up at the destination.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that I think I mentioned this on the show.
Hughes 100. Hughes 100% with that. Yeah.
Oh, that's why I highlighted it. You're exactly right.
When's the last time someone heard a song by anyone and said, I think your guitar was out of tune? It's like we all do stuff wrong. None of us are perfect. We're none of us trying to be perfect. But you wouldn't, at a point where you would never actually say that truth to someone, because you don't want to offend them or hurt their feelings or whatnot. But that's why we like Songwriters Anonymous, because if you do that, everyone gets mad at you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we don't.
What, you don't hear that? Then you start arguing. How could you say that's good?
Yeah,
Screw
we
you.
don't.
You don't know
we
what
don't
you're talking
soft
about.
pedal it, and nobody's looking to punch anybody or anything. It's just guys, be honest with me. Where am I at on this song? And God bless the people who are in that group, because they'll be honest with you and go, "Ellie, you going to go with that vocal?"
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's a choice. Yeah, I'm going to highlight this one.
Hey, Chad's back.
Yeah, and you're exactly right. That when push comes to shove, let's see.
Well, I look at it like, I've met people who really were intentionally trying to get under my skin.
Sure.
And I look at it as the point of, I've already won because look what they're trying to do to me. So I need not do more. You're saying how much better I am than you. So I don't need to argue the point.
Yeah,
They covered both sides. So
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
But Pinch, I think we addressed this earlier. I win, you lose mentality, and that's just foolish.
Yeah, that's a line from one of my songs. I win, you lose, we act like fools.
Yep. Hey, it's a good line.
It's a good line.
And here's Pinch saying, "Where's this group?" We'll be in touch. Actually, I think you would be a good addition to the group.
Pinch? Oh, we'd love to have Pinch come in SWA. You have to be on Facebook, unfortunately.
Yeah, you got to be on Facebook. That's the one That's how we interact with one another. So
yeah, that's like Michael Songs doesn't go on Facebook except to go in there. Yeah, Pinch, we would love to have you, man.
And I've got to highlight this.
Songwriter.
And you know why I have to highlight this.
Yeah. Poor Ray. DOA, when I first met you, I just I used to crack up going, oh my God, this guy is all he does. I don't even know you played guitar. I just knew you as the guy. You were like Ray's counterpoint. He sat on panels all night, never saying anything except not attacking these little
just busting on him. Well, like we were talking about.
Long. It was hysterical. It was painfully hysterical. But
like we're talking about, he was kind of busting his balls a little bit, but not in a mean way. Just a good-hearted. So
no, I mean, he was trying to make a point that if you're in a community of people, you need to, you need to take into account there's other people, allow other people a chance to say something or blah, 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 blah.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
I took it as a public service.
Well, and this ties exactly back to what I was getting at. That
Yeah.
was DOA using humor to to make a point, to better the community, to move somebody along without saying, "Hey, person on the panel who never fucking shuts up, please shut up so someone else can talk." You could do that. That's a direct approach. But in polite society, that's not the best way to do it.
Yeah.
A gentle humor thing is a much better way to do it and gets the same point across.
He wasn't always gentle. That's why I freaked out the first time I actually went to his channel. I heard him play guitar. I was like, holy shit, I had no idea. You know why? Because he used to sit there and he'd be like, he'd never have the sound on in his guitar. So I'm like, there's the rag buster, sitting there with his guitar. Then I actually, he could actually play the guitar
Yeah,
quite well.
exactly so.
Oh my god, that used to be so funny and uncomfortable back in the early days of community. Yeah.
Yeah, we live in a society. It's not a great society.
It ain't
It's
too
a
bad.
society. Hey, there's been worse, Civilizations rise and fall. The Romans had it going on until they didn't, and so did the Greeks, and so did there's many, the Mesopotamians, and the British was an amazing empire
what
until it wasn't.
It's what happens to any single person or group of people once they believe the hype. Hype is only hype.
That's it.
Once you start believing what everyone says, now you got problems.
Well, and those of you who are historians maybe know this, but when the emperors would tour around on the chariot and drive through Rome, there would be a person stationed on the chariot whispering in their ear, "You're merely a man. You're merely a man," in order to try and keep them from believing the adoring crowds and all that kind of stuff. Because that's our human nature. Tell me how wonderful I am all the time. I'm going to end up being an asshole. That's just how it works. Again, that was the basis of Songwriters Anonymous. Let's don't be assholes. Let's try and be the best that we can be by telling each other the truth in a productive, constructive way. Yeah. So, and that's cool to stop by Secret. What we're trying to do, and I haven't put up the notice, anybody in my chat tonight, we're putting everybody in Dom's chat. We're going to, again, we did this last week. We're going to do it every week. We're going to alternate. We're trying to keep all the cats in one little cat box so that we can all
knows
see
what's going on.
Yeah, we can all see one another's
It's better for
comments.
you. It's better for Chris and I because then we have more comments.
Yeah. Yeah, because we can't highlight all the comments as much as we would like to. So
until StreamYard or YouTube figures out a way
and-
to friggin' combine the chats, we're going to do it this way.
but I ain't holding my breath.
This
and
week
neither's
it's my
Dom.
chat. Next week we'll say go to Chris's chat. Oh, and that's what we were supposed to run a banner. But that's all
Oh,
right.
that's what it was. Damn it. Yeah. Oh,
At least until Chris gets close to getting monetized, then all the shows will be on his channel because that's what he did for me when we started.
yeah.
I was close to for like 3 or 4 months. All the shows were on my channel, so I can clock me some hours. And now I have a monetized channel, but I have not proved my identity
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to save it now. There we go.
because I'm a dweeb and I don't know how to reduce the size of a PDF.
Well, again, you got friends who know how to do that. You're going to have to get a hold of your friends.
Yeah, eventually.
Yeah.
What? Chad's birthday? Huh? What? Who?
Yeah, I'm always suspicious of birthdays anymore. Again, courtesy of development of a void. So, is it really their birthday or are we just saying it's their birthday?
So, poor Pinch's had writer's block.
It happens.
Aw. Well, you're very busy right now. It's hard,
Yeah.
Right? You're just finishing school and probably getting your whole life in swing again.
Yeah, everybody
sometimes-
goes through writer's block.
Sometimes
It's,
you know,
you cannot be a writer without it.
sometimes it's healthy. Because
Yeah.
really, if all you do is write songs, you're probably missing out on a
Well,
lot
yeah.
of things.
I mean,
so.
yeah. Well, and plus, is it, if you're always turning something out, is it your best work? Your best potential work? I'd make the case probably not.
Could be.
Remember, Ernest Hemingway had editors who would take his stuff and go, this could be better.
Yeah. Taking out this whole section, Ernest.
Yeah. Okay, the old man and the sea and the shark. Ernie, how about, we talk about the shark. Let's just lose the shark part in the title. What do you say? No, put down the shotgun. No. Let's talk this out. Okay, and there's references that probably me and 3 other people get. So, Ernest
No,
Hemingway.
it is. You're right. It is for the technology that we do have right now to bring us all together. Even though it ain't perfect, it's pretty
Yeah.
damn good.
It's awesome, right?
It is pretty because we're all over the friggin' world and all hanging out together. It's like I have
Literally.
international friends.
Yeah.
I never thought that would be.
Yeah,
a
I
thing.
can hang out with my friends, and I don't have to get on an airplane like that Boeing built that the door might not stay on.
And my
this is
wife absolutely loves this plan because she is gregarious and likes to go hang out with her girlfriends and go out to eat. Or they went to go see Dancing with the Stars last night. And I was like, oh, God bless you. Have fun. And
Bye-bye.
now tonight's my night. And I'm like, I'm going to the basement.
There you go.
It's safer. It's much safer.
It is safe in the basement. Yeah, we're both in the basement. Isn't that probably the best place for us to be?
I'm very comfortable down here, yeah. I got a
Yeah.
TV, I got a couch. I got
Yeah.
14 or 15 guitars. A refrigerator full of White Claw.
White Claw, that's a concept. I guess I was going to
Delicious,
say,
it's delicious stuff. It's, instead of soda, it's actually healthier than soda.
well, I'm sure, because soda's just poison. But
Yeah, but I do love carbonation. I do like the bubbles.
yeah, I guess, yeah, not so much for me. I guess it's all right.
That's okay.
I guess what I was going to say, one or two final thoughts on just comedy. There's 2 comedians that I hugely admire, and I admire them because they are absolutely fearless. They will say anything that's funny, and if people had a pushback or felt offended, they didn't care. Now, one of them is not with us. That's Ralphie May, and he was a big fella from Texas, and he was absolutely fearless. Huge fan of his, and of course Dave Chappelle.
I don't
nothing but
particularly like Dave Chappelle. Not for what he says, just I don't find him extremely funny.
I personally like him a lot.
I like
And
Bill Burr that way. Bill Burr takes a lot of heat. I
Bill
think
Burr is another guy that
he's a lovable curmudgeon, and that's
he's a grumpy
that's
dude.
who I hope to be, a lovable curmudgeon.
Yeah, and he says some pretty outrageous things, but Chappelle is just, again, he's fearless. Like, here's
that's true.
I think this is funny, and I'm going to say it. And if you have an issue with that, that's for you to deal with. I'm a comedian. This is what I do, and I appreciate that about him.
Where did I see? Oh yeah, Old Mustard. Yes, Chris Lane Sr. does have a favorite metal band. It's called Apocalypse.
That's right. My favorite metal band of all time. I mean, they're relatively obscure, but those guys are fucking great. I mean, go
got
find
one,
their
yeah.
go find their single.
Go find this one and all.
Although Hugh told me in a chat that he's got a riff and a bridge and part of a verse for the next Apocalypse song, and then we have Project
and
29,
Project 29.
which so. I mean, if we get after it this year, maybe 2024 is the year of the Apocalypse
song,
EP.
The Apocalypse EP.
4 songs.
There we go. We may have to do one cover.
Yeah. We'll find something obscure. Yeah, yeah. We'll get something like "You Don't Send Me Roses" and we'll metal it up.
I tell you though, I still listen to that song. I'm like, that is a goddamn good song.
It's a good song. There's no question.
When those bells come in,
yes, the bells
which
are
was
nice.
which was the fun. Those things, those kind of collabs are fun for me because I've never actually made a song with someone. That would be fun too. Michael and I have talked about just trying to make one song from scratch, the two of us. That would be fun. And then we could both play it, kind of thing. But usually when you do a collaboration, someone comes up with it.
Yeah,
And then
a big
other
part
people-
of it.
Yeah.
And add there, and that's a good band collaboration. It's like, here, I got the genesis of an idea. What do you boys think?
Yeah, well, so far the only real group collaborations I've done was with you and the one with Smith and Hugh. And I really didn't do much because I had done what I did long ago and then resurrected it,
Yeah.
So that's always fun.
We need to look into more of this. Here, I'm going to highlight a comment. This goes back. Josh Blue is amazing. Now, are you guys aware? Josh Blue is based here in Denver. He's a Denver guy. I saw him way back in the day at the comedy club here in Denver before he was a professional and before he got on the Last Comic Standing and won it. And he is, you're right, he's a very funny guy. Now, here's the interesting thing about him. He's a total introvert. If you see him off stage, he'll barely talk to you. He's just, that's not his jam. He gets up on stage and he does his thing. But I used to run into him in airports all the time because we were both, again, from Denver. And I would travel on business. And I ran into him in Boston, Cleveland, and one other place, Chicago. And so, here's two Denver guys that are just flying around the country doing things. Like, hey, Josh, how you doing, man? All right. So
My wife and I, for like a good couple of years, we saw every comic. It used to be our favorite thing to do was like go out and have dinner, go see a comic.
Loved it.
And we saw a lot of people before they came up.
Absolutely.
A lot of fun.
No, I know I've mentioned this before. There was a place here in Denver, George McKelvey's Comedy Club. He's, of course, passed on, but he was an old L.A. comic that did the club circuit for a lot of years and then started a club here in Denver. And he was the one that found Roseanne Barr. And so Roseanne would come up and do sets.
Right.
When she still lived here in Denver, and nobody ever heard. And oh my God, she was so funny back.
I
in the day.
actually heard some of her stand up. Yeah, she was. It was the show,
Yeah.
but doing it one person taking was pretty
God, it was
hysterical.
funny. She was very funny, and just she had all the gifts. Her timing was impeccable, and she had that voice and this persona. She was great.
I didn't watch the show very much, but there was this one thing I caught that always stuck with me is there was this one scene. What was the older daughter, Darlene? Whoever the older
I think so.
DJ, I think.
Okay.
Or is that the boy? I don't know. Anyway, they were talking to Roseanne about some kind of problems, right? And she sat there and was listening like an attentive parent. And the daughter was like, well, what do you think? And she goes into her typical thing, like just spot on timing. She's like, Jesus Christ, why am I the only parent whose kids feel the need to tell them about all their problems? And she gets up and walks out of the room. And I was like,
Yeah.
it was so damn funny. I wish I could do that, but you
Okay.
can't do that. Oh, DJ's the Becky. Thank you, Chad.
Yeah.
Darlene, right? Darlene was
The middle kid.
DJ
Yeah.
was the boy. Yeah.
So yeah, I didn't watch the show that often, even though I like John Goodman, because I'd already seen her act live on stage at the comedy thing. So, and like you say, that was a lot of her act was in that show, and which was fine. It was a good show. It was on it was on forever. And you know what? Now it comes back to, now I think about it, of course, there's a person, this cancel culture that we were talking about, she was a victim of it. I don't even remember what she said, but it offended enough of people that, they couldn't get over it and canceled her show and blah, blah, blah. And
Yeah, Chet, I think Blue was playing. I think like whenever he plays live now, he just, at a place. He's been playing at Blue's been playing at a place. I think he goes live when he does.
yeah, I think it's a Thursday
The
night open
the
mic.
worst cancel, in my opinion, and one of the earliest I can remember. Poor fucking Gilbert Godfrey.
Oh, yeah.
When he was done
Yeah.
by Affleck, he was Affleck.
Oh, yeah.
He was phenomenal, and something so unrelated, and they dropped him. Like,
Yeah.
screw you, people! I'll never get your damn insurance.
Yeah, again, and I mean, I follow these people. I mean, I know comedians like I know musicians, and I can't tell you what it was he said that was offensive. I don't remember. I just remember that he had to go, and out he went.
I think it was like a too soon kind of joke thing.
Oh yeah,
I think it was like, who says when something's too soon?
exactly.
I'm
Frankly,
pretty sure that's what it was.
one of the best devices you can use in comedy is the go for that
Yeah.
scab and pick at it, and then throw in the oh wait, too soon.
Yeah, but totally undeserving. Another one totally undeserving is damn Pee Wee Herman. Pee Wee Herman. That's what you're supposed to do in a porn theater, folks.
Oh yeah. Now that one I do remember.
That's what you're
and
supposed
and
to.
again,
That's why it's there.
if some guy is whacking off in a porn theater, what does that have to do with his art, particularly? I guess. Even like everything else, like we talked about at the beginning of the show, everything's a little nuanced and everything's shades of gray. Since he had the kids show, even though who are we kidding, that was an adult show, but it ostensibly was aimed at children, then I can see where that's a little marginal. Oh, he's my hero Pee-wee, and he plays with himself. So okay, but still not a big fan of just. And again, at some point, I remember Michael Richards, got in a lot of trouble. He was doing a live set, and I saw the set, and these hecklers were really out of control, and said probably the wrong thing to these hecklers. Okay. And he immediately said, you know what? In the heat of the moment, I said the wrong thing. And that should have been enough, but people didn't let it go, and then he ended up going on the show and trying to defend himself, and then ended up making it worse and everything. But basically killed his career because a couple guys got liquored up in a set and started heckling him. That stuff's unfortunate.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's. I mean, many people deserve it, but there has been a great number who have not deserved it.
Well, and yeah, it's always now. See, I never thought Andrew Dice Clay was funny. I never did. But
His original shtick was kind of funny.
Well, that was it. It was a shtick, and
It was a shtick, yeah. But
people didn't get that it was a character, and
he sold out Madison Square Garden. People got it. He was huge
for a minute.
He was huge. Again, I found that stuff funny, but him not so funny.
Well, and that's the thing.
The caricature was very funny.
Yeah,
a Jewish man playing an Italian, very funny in my book.
Yeah. Well, again,
because
Italians
I'm an Italian man who often gets confused for a Jewish person.
Well, you're just
because I'm not overtly Italian.
Yeah.
Except for mozzarella.
And you're in the New York area. And if you if you got a dark beard in New York, everybody just assumes you're Jewish because obviously. And when we assume people,
no, it's because I have a bad chin. It's because I have a horse chin, ringing around.
See, there's a great.
Thank you, Shelley.
In comedy
Kelly.
terms, that's called a callback.
Yeah.
Well done, Dom.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Yeah, but comedians, the best comedians evolve and grow, and that's what killed Glazer. He never got past that character. And
Well,
so,
I don't think it's that he couldn't get past. People wouldn't let him get past that character.
that's
the
probably
character.
true.
It was, it was too good, and it put him too much in a box.
Yeah, that's and as somebody pointed out.
Beard comes great power.
Yeah, and that's kind of the thing where you go, oh, okay, this guy's an idiot. Again, I didn't find him funny particularly, but it was a good shtick. I appreciated the shtick. But
I just saw a documentary on Weird Al, and I gotta say, man, I got a lot of respect for the dude. From playing, what was he? He was playing his accordion.
on the Dr. Demento show.
Yeah, and in college and stuff, and he turned that thing into this friggin' amazing career. He has, he's got his star on Hollywood Boulevard or whatnot.
Yeah, absolutely.
God bless him.
Oh, Weird Al. Well, the thing is, Weird Al isn't so much a character. That's who that guy is to a large extent. But he's brilliant. And make no mistake, I mean, he's got multiple college degrees. He is a very, very intelligent man. And again, to do what he did, you can't be a dumb guy and do that. And again, there was a little bit of satire in what he did and everything, which is a higher form of comedy in a lot of respects. And I'm a huge Weird Al fan. And look at the career he's had.
I wouldn't say I'm a fan of his music, except for Amish, the one to Coolio.
Gangster Paradise. The Amish Paradise. Oh, brilliant.
Friggin' amazing. But I got a lot of respect for him.
Well, and frankly, in the MTV era, when they were doing videos and he did Eat It and, I'm Fat. I mean, those were just too good.
Chad, I have a question for you about Amy Schumer. So, my wife and I, we saw Amy Schumer a few times, and I found her to be hysterical, and I thought she's friggin' gorgeous. I think she's gorgeous. But Amy Schumer, after having a baby, not as funny. Not as funny.
This kind of, for me, harkens back when her first special, I laughed my ass off. But she was going for kind of a shock humor, and that can get old really quickly. And she didn't develop beyond that, I felt like. And then, of course, because I'm into cooking, she had that show with her husband, who's the chef, and that was terrible because she's trying to be funny on the show, and she wasn't. And her husband had the personality of an asparagus.
What I found very funny about her humor, it was very in your face, very, very sexual from a woman's point of view.
Yeah.
But you can tell everything about her that was not who she was, and that's what to me made it funny. I thought she was hysterical when she first came on the scene.
Oh, that first special was hilarious. It was funny because she, again, approached the women's sexuality like men had done, and it was very refreshing. It was very interesting and innovative. Now, I watched a woman yesterday on YouTube, and kind of the same thing, but she was really good. Her timing was on point, and unfortunately, I don't remember her name.
Thank you for the research, Michael. I knew it. Yeah, it was a too soon kind of joke. Yeah, and they just fucking dropped them. And I think it was like at one of his live shows. It wasn't on TV or anything like that. It was ridiculous. There's never been another. He's the only duck. And Yogi Berra was funny when he used to do the commercials too, but he wasn't the duck.
No, he was just Yogi Berra.
Yogi. Yeah.
Indeed.
One of the best, one of my favorite comics that I saw live was John Mulaney. John Mulaney is so.
Mulaney's
damn
a funny guy.
He's so funny.
Yeah, I agree. But That's a
And
good one.
William C.K. was like hysterical too, and then he had his little.
Well, and yeah, okay. You know, we want to talk about cancellation. I'm in favor of comedians being funny, and if they're a little bit offensive, I'm okay with it. If you're raping people or sexually can't go there. Sorry.
Sexual abusing yourself in front of people that don't.
Yeah, and forcing them because you're in a position of
Yeah.
power. Sorry, bro. Nope.
Yeah.
You get canceled, and I'm okay with that.
I thought he could have been like really huge, but
Yeah.
it all got ruined.
Yeah. Well, again,
I mean, his more deserve. I wouldn't say his is. His is definitely more deservingly so.
yeah. Again, it just there's too much of that kind of creepy shit in show business.
Michael agrees with me. Gilbert, best duck ever.
But there's no
There's
question.
never been another duck like Gilbert Godfrey.
Nope.
Because that duck had balls when he was there.
Yeah,
It's like the
and-
original Bugs Bunny. The original Bugs Bunny wasn't an asshole. He was not nice at all.
No.
But you loved him anyway.
Exactly. Well, and of course, Gilbert Godfrey was Iago the parrot in
Yeah.
Aladdin and was brilliant. So Gilbert Godfrey, who's dead now, so God rest his soul, was a great animal, a great avian voiceover guy.
Yes. Hey, Decat, how are you?
Good to see you, DeCat.
Vault. What is a pole vault? Good to see you, pole vault.
I charge for that. Okay, there's probably something up earlier in the chat that we missed.
We're missing
So.
something. We are missing something, Christopher.
That's the story of my life. I'm always missing something.
So, let me see if I could find. Hold on a second.
Yeah, fine.
On what is it? How was it? The 25th? On the 25th. Oh Lord, I am. I don't know if he's been coming up in our chats a little bit. He has a channel called The Ruhr Room. He's a dude out of Belgium.
Song from the. He's an Irishman.
He's
who
an
lives in Belgium.
Irishman living in Belgium. He seems like cool. You know what I just recently learned too, because he followed me on SoundCloud. He is a musician himself with a lot of songs.
Yes.
Anyway, I learned. I found his channel. Just always searching for keywords like live acoustic songwriter, and he does a show called the Songwriter Show, where he plays mainly people that I think he has a recording studio with that people that come and perform live in his studio and stuff. But he's been sniffing around the Americas. I ran into him, and then now he's been hanging out with my show and Chris's and Michael's songs, and he is doing a kind of like a live interview show with one artist and talking music. And I am going to be on his show on the 25th. It's in the afternoon. It's at Eastern time. It's 2 p.m.
Yeah, Sunday afternoon, folks, which
yeah.
is a great time for a show.
No, it's a Thursday afternoon. Actually, it's going to be another thing like Jade Show, I believe. So let me see.
It's not on the 25th then. So your
don't
choice.
know.
It's got to be
Oh,
on
here
the
we go.
22nd
Oh,
or
yeah.
29th.
No, January 25th.
Okay, so that's Sunday.
That's a Sunday. Oh yeah.
No.
I thought
Oh,
it
wait a
was
minute. I'm in the wrong month.
Oh, thank you. Okay.
I'm a dumbass. Okay, you're right. It's Thursday. Okay.
So let me. I
was working
if
ahead.
anyone is around, I think he's really good channel, and I think he is trying to get a little bit of an American audience as well. So if you wanted to check it out, obviously looking for anything, I would definitely appreciate some support if any of you guys want to show up. And he seems like a really cool dude.
No, he's a great guy. We've chatted with him a little bit. Yeah.
Chatted with him. He's been playing some of our music on his show, and So we're invading.
And
his
he's got a
channel.
delightful brogue
Yeah.
with an expat. Okay, I don't live in Ireland anymore, so here's my Irish accent influenced a little bit where, speaking with the Belgians. So
Yeah, I gave him props. When my live stream was going, it was 3 a.m. and he was there. So
yeah.
that was nice. That
Yeah,
was
the
nice. He
Europeans,
did it.
God bless them, they don't sleep.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm going to be doing that on the 25th.
Yeah.
That's going to be a busy week because Friday, tomorrow, I'll be hanging
Yeah.
with Chris and Michael Songs and Robbie Stengel and Axanacho and Chad and Conspiracy Music on a big multi-stream we'll be playing for you. And then Tuesday I'll do my show, and then Thursday I'll be on his show, and then Thursday night me and Chris will be back. So it's
Busy,
gonna be
fun stuff,
busy
guys.
week.
Yeah.
Busy week.
Good stuff. There you go. See? Time zones. I've got, because it's so hard to keep track, I've actually set up a bunch of world time zones in my phone. So I can, when somebody says, I'll be on at blah, 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 in Melbourne, I can go, all right, what the hell time is that here?
I've actually stopped thinking about time zones. And
I can't do the
can
math
be
in
there,
my
I'll be
head.
there. No, I mean, so I don't even, it's like, I hate even saying Eastern Standard Time, when I talk about mine. There's too many of us. We're too
Yeah.
far spread. You be at what you can.
Yeah,
and you
well, that's it.
support, and then if you can't, you try to support in another way.
Yeah.
That's all you can do.
Or do the replay and leave a comment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Speaking of which, I would love to go upstairs and say goodnight to my dear wife. Do we have a piece of music we can play real quick? And
we can find one, Mr.
let's
Lane.
find one. Dad gummit.
Jad Gammit.
Dad blame it.
I'm just looking through my notifications, see if something reaches out. And it grabs my attention. Oh, just a lot of hoopla.
Yeah, I'm looking to see if
I really
I've got
wish it
something
didn't
highlighted.
notify you they liked, they commented. Like, they can just combine it all into one. Ooh. Video go home. Oh, that just got screwed up. Porch, I was going to play one of your songs and it messed me up. All right, let me go to the playlist. Is this a race, Chris?
Well, I
good there.
was getting Plan B in case Plan A didn't work out.
Hey, I got an idea.
Yes.
We played one of my songs. Let's play one of your songs.
Oh, do we have to?
Yes.
All right. Well, then you find something and pick it, because
Okay.
I am nowhere near my channel. Good night, Justine. Sleep well.
Good night, Justine.
Yeah.
I just said Chris Lane Street.
Yeah, this is true.
I always
Costa.
appreciate when people with the easy channels to find. Type what it says and it shows up.
Yeah, everybody has cool nicknames and everything. Dom and I were not that smart. We just were like, oh, this is my name. So, good on one hand, I guess, but
Oh, we haven't. All right. Let's do that.
as you wish.
How long is this? Okay. Here we go. Here is an early Chris Lane Sr. song.
When I was an infant and bald,
Yeah.
that's really early.
Did I? Oh, yeah. John Dominic's guitar solo back in the day when I called myself a different fucking name and screwed up everything with my channel.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
to the point where I still copyright myself once in a while.
It holds you hostage in your tears, a prisoner of all your fears. Don't cry, baby, don't cry. I'll find you up and make you whole. Do my best to heal your soul. I'll try. Baby, I'll try. No one should have seen the things you've seen, done the things you did to just go on. I know living life has left you weak. I can see inside and know you're strong. Hold you hostage in your tears, a prisoner of all your fears. Don't cry, baby, don't cry. I'll bind you up and make you whole. Do my best to heal your souls. I'll try. Oh, baby, let's try.
You know what's the good thing about like listening to our old stuff? Boy, we've both gotten so much better at mixing.
Boy, I was thinking that because I haven't heard that song in
No.
at least a year. I don't know how everybody else is. I listen to my stuff a lot when I'm doing it, and then I just don't go back to it. And I'm listening to that, and two things hit me. I don't remember the tempo being that slow on that song. And the mix is like, oh, I would have done it totally differently today than I did back then. But
Yeah, because you don't know that back then, you know.
yeah. But yeah, that was like
I
early,
think that's the
2
nice
years
thing
ago.
about it, though.
Yeah.
I kind of like that. It gives
Well,
it a
you can
little the journey. You know, it's
Exactly.
more about the journey. It isn't about one song. It's about, you know. I think it's cool.
Yeah, the
How long has
progression.
it been since, not including Christmas blues, since you recorded an original song in the DAW with a video and all that?
Well, let's see. I did Sordid City and The Darkness, both within the last 4 months.
Oh,
3
okay.
months. So yeah, it's I never stopped. Now, when I release things doesn't always necessarily reflect on when I recorded it because you're still I'm back to working on Beautiful Garden. So
Oh, yo, I still have one of the early. That was the first thing we talked about, right?
exactly. Yeah, and I you know, you said do you do any music, and I played you that
Yeah.
and you went, "Holy shit, really? This is that's still one of the songs that you really like." And I feel like now I can vocally do what I want to do with it. And so that's what I was working on Friday night actually.
I remember, yeah, that was like, God, we had just met each other, and I was like, it sounds like you got to pick, right? That was half the song was about one thing, and
Yeah,
the other half was
exactly. It
about
wasn't
something else.
It wasn't real focused in that respect.
Yeah.
It's because I had a couple different thoughts going on. They
Right.
were related, but
They were
and
related,
again,
but yeah, strung together. I
and-
was like, you got to
and-
connect that. You got to pick one.
oh, exactly. This is before Songwriters Anonymous, honestly, but we were already doing it and setting. And Dom was like, and I know you had a song at that time period where I said, "Bro, you know,
Righteous
I-
Man.
yeah, Righteous Man." I'm like,
Vocalist, yeah. You
It's
make
like-
that song and that's the vocal you're gonna choose. Those were your exact words. That's the vocal you're gonna use.
yeah. Well, you know, ended
I
up
was
when.
so mad, but you were so 100% right.
Well, and as were you, because now I have a cohesive vocal and idea for this song. It's going to be, you basically said lane, pick a lane. You can't,
Yeah.
you've got these two thoughts, pick one. So I picked one.
Yeah, the last original song I uploaded was "Dirty Little Secret," and that was 9 months ago.
Has it been that long?
That long, yeah.
Well, you've done a few things with me, but yeah, we need to get you back. I mean, you've written some truly
Like-
amazing songs
Like
in that
14
period.
to 15, yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, you need to get them
again,
recorded.
that was kind of by design. It's going a little too far now. I told
Yeah.
you, like, because I lost the intimacy I had with songwriting, just cranking them out one a month.
Yeah.
Do this, and I was like, I feel like I was losing. I want to take more time with songs. So,
And that's a good approach.
and that's how actually Michael and I started talking, because we were both kind of. He's always done pretty much that way. And I had just said, that's it. I'm just going to keep playing it and playing it until I do it, you know. So we shared that in common. Yeah, but now I have so many damn songs to record now. And of course, I just started like, I don't know what it is. As soon as the door's up, then I get my electric guitar. And then like, you know, I have to do this. So I don't know. Maybe I just can't really accurately record my acoustic music. I should just put up room mics and just
Put up the room mics and just go
do it that
for
way.
it.
Yeah.
And then do like a lot of people do when they record that way. Springsteen certainly did this with Nebraska. Then go back in and do little parts, and you know, I always look at it that it's never just one part. I'm gonna play multiple guitars on anything I play, and so
Oh God, yeah, they're always chopped.
multiple electrics and you know acoustic slide. I mean, there's even in the songs that it's not apparent. I mean, that song that we just played, I think there's 3 guitars in there, 3 different parts, but
Right.
you know, you don't really, none of
I
them
like-
really stand out. Say I'm the guitar.
I like my guitar solo in Let's Fly.
Oh yeah,
very,
no,
uh,
that was it was perfect.
Yeah, it was very. Again, to me, it's like an Ace Frehley guitar solo. Not super elaborate, but very tasty for the song.
It was exactly what that song called for, because it's kind of it's a heavy song on some levels.
Thank you,
and that-
Secret Legacy. I appreciate that. That's very nice of you. Thanks.
yeah, there you go.
That is one of the things I'm planning on doing purely as a means for, since I'm doing this is a hobby. This is my hobby. Hang out with my friends, play music. But I was like, if there's a chance that I can maybe have YouTube make money from YouTube, what could I do that could get me there? Because I don't have the time to invest into making myself a YouTube phenomenon. I have a full-time job. I got kids and a wife, and I have other things I like to do. But what I thought I could do is just like the 10,000 other people who do like this is how you play the song videos, because they get really good views, And then my thought was like approaching it like from a singer-songwriter angle. How do you take someone else's song and try to make it your own? So that was something I was thinking of doing, Secret Legacy. So
there you go.
thank you. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, again, I'm a fan of the multi-track and everything. We got the tools. It's fun to do. Now, that one was interesting because that was the first time that I'd ever used the MIDI keyboard and so there's a little sequencer that I did in there in that song. And again, I didn't know what the hell I was doing, but I figured out that this is what I wanted it to play, and I made it play that. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
And it just kind of pulses in the background.
We were talking. We had a conversation in the halls of Songwriters Anonymous last weekend. We have a lot of people in the group that really don't do any of this. They're not live streamers. They don't really make videos. They don't put out their music, but they like songwriting. That's where it's really meant to be about, people who geek out on songs. And he was asking us about, I want to try to do MIDI or this, that, or the other thing, and I think I totally lost my point. But
well, where you were going with that is, he wanted to get into it, but he didn't know where to start, and you had some good advice for him.
He was asking about what classes can I take, or and we were like, I said that all of us, I think, will freely admit the most we learn are from the things we screwed up.
Yeah, you just do it. And that's how you learn how to do. And for me, that's how I learn how to do anything. I'll watch a video on YouTube or anything, but that's just informational. I just got to do it. That's how I learn.
The only credit I'll give as far as learning, GarageBand, is it? No, the GarageBand guy, Colin Cross.
Yeah, the band guy.
Yeah, band guy. That's it.
Yeah, he's great
on mixing and stuff. I actually signed up for his. He has a paid course. I got it for myself for Christmas. I've yet to go to it, but I like the way he teaches. And there were times like I don't even listen to. I have to say, I was in a rush, and I don't even listen to like the whole process he did. I just went, okay, EQ, he moves it here. Master, he did that. Go. And it sounded much better. So.
It's funny in that because I revisited an older song that I recorded, and I'm looking at it, and I could see the way that I did the drums on it, and it's like, oh yeah, I watched Colin do his thing on the drums, and I emulated some of his processes. I don't do it that way anymore because I figured out my own way of doing it, which gives me the same results, but and a little better. But I can see whenever he introduced something, I went, oh, okay, so you use this compressor and this is the trick. Okay, let me try that. And I'll incorporate it into the song I'm working on.
Yeah.
And I can just see all the various things I learned by Again, going to a video, getting some information, and then doing it.
Well, I think maybe in the early stages, the one thing I did right was I was smart enough or mature enough to know I ain't going to do it all.
Right.
You know, so I was like, every song I'm going to try to learn one new type of engineering thing to incorporate. So, you know, every new song you did the things you did last time a little better, and then you introduced one new thing. And
Yep,
and I
exactly.
kept doing that with every song. What do you mean you gave up on GarageBand, pole vault?
Nobody likes a quitter, pole vault.
Yeah. Are you saying you gave up on GarageBand and you're going to Logic, or you just like don't like GarageBand? And how do you record then?
Yeah, I mean, there's a million DAWs out there. I mean, I have Reaper too. I don't much care for Reaper. Now, here's an interesting thing. Pete Johns is absolutely fantastic if you're on the iPhone or you're on the iPad, which I'm not. I have an iPhone. I have an iPad. I don't use GarageBand on it because I can't friggin' figure it out. There's a lot. I watch Pete's show all the time, and most of the time it's like, okay, that's cool, but I can't do that on the desktop GarageBand. It's because they're different.
Well, Pete does some stuff for desktop.
And that's why I always watch
Yeah.
his show, because I do
Yeah.
learn stuff from him. He's great, but not all of his stuff is applicable. Same thing, Jade's show is
The
fantastic.
Jade show is 100% iOS, and
Yeah, and she did some desktop stuff. And there are a number of now I usually watch her show or check the replay, and the first thing I do is, okay, this plugin she's using, is it available on the desktop? Sometimes they are, sometimes they aren't. The vocal cleaner one that she did 2 weeks ago, it is, and I don't usually buy things. I like the free plugins, but this was like $12 or something. It was worth the money.
pole vault. So the guy we were talking to about the same thing, he was talking about what DAW do you use and blah 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 blah, and I said to him, the best DAW to use is the one you're most comfortable with. And
Yeah, the
he
one that
uses
works for you.
Whatever, screw it all. Like, I have Logic, and because I bought it just because, well, it seems like everyone is going to Logic, and frankly, I don't know what. I don't think I make music that requires more technical aspects. I'm just guitar, bass, drums, and a voice.
Exactly. Now, I have Logic as well, but I basically never use it because it shares many of the same attributes as GarageBand.
Yeah.
And the couple things that it can do that GarageBand can't, I just use very rarely, or I know a workaround. Mm-hmm. So, but that's just me. At some point, I'll move over to Logic.
I think what I would
but-
like to start doing is maybe record in GarageBand, because I can. Sometimes I'm like, how do I turn my guitar on here? What's that send? What is that? Maybe record the song in GarageBand and then mix the song in Logic.
Yeah, because you can do more with the buses there, and
Yeah.
there's, it's certainly more powerful in that. I know, like, you don't use FlexTime.
No, I hate it.
I don't use it very, very often, but when I've
Play it
used
until
it,
it's in time. That's my motto. Just keep doing it over until I get it right.
see, for me, that's what, I will hear just a minor imperfection. I'm like, you know what? Let me get in there. If I can fix it easily, I'll just do it. Otherwise, I'll just replay it. And a lot of times I can just fix it and it's no big deal.
I went crazy with that for a while. Oh, I didn't do it right until it was Naya who yelled at me when we made Dancing with the Witch. I ad-libbed this guitar solo in a song, and right at the end, I kind of missed the note and slid to it, and it's all I could hear. And I was like, no, I have to redo the guitar solo. I'm not happy with it. And she just fucking outright yelled at me, you're an idiot. It has all this motion and blah, 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 and you're going to ruin it if you try to do it again.
Yeah, there's something to be said for that.
I just left it, and now listening back to it, I love the guitar solo because it came right out of me at the time and stuff.
I remember
So
that
I've
particular one. Yep.
She got mad at me. Like,
Oh,
she
yeah.
said, what do you can't do that.
Yeah. Yeah,
Not
you
in a-
were
not mad in a bad way, but
no, but and yeah, it was you got it with both barrels because she said, "Don't you dare! This is right." And I took her side and said, "You know
Yeah.
what? It's got everything it's supposed to have, Dom. Don't screw with it.
yeah,
You run the risk
yeah.
of not doing. You run the risk of taking all the great elements of this and by making it perfect, taking those away.
Yeah, no, it's 100%. You can make something perfect and it sounds like crap because now it doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
So I've
Yeah.
loosened up a bit. And
Well,
then
that's
I found Hugh. Like
Yeah.
I can do guitar solos, but Chris can attest to it because I've done a lot of guitar solos for Chris. It's not easy for me. I'm not a soloist. I don't want to be a soloist. And it takes me a long time. Like I literally do guitar solos. Like I kind of like write them out, and I do like I make little pieces and I string them together. And if it sounds good, then I try to learn it. It takes me a long. It takes me usually almost as long to record like a 45-second guitar solo as it does to record the whole song. Now I just go, Hugh, can you do
Well,
a
this
solo?
is the thing. We learned how because I do some of my own solos. I'm good enough to do some.
Right.
But I quickly will hear something in my head and go, I hear it. I can't play that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I wonder what Dom's up to. And I've always had great luck by saying, hey, Dom, here's what I'm looking for. And bro, I got to have this in the next 3-4 days. And then you don't overthink it. And then
Chris
I get
learned the secret. Yeah.
yeah, then you don't overthink it and you
Give
just
me a
play
very short amount of time, man.
the emotion part of it, and then it's usually money. And then, of course, the other thing I do is same as you. Is like, okay, I need something really bluesy but technical and perfectly played, and just, hey Hugh, what are you doing? Can you help me out?
Yeah.
And
Well,
Hugh
same
has
thing.
been money.
If the solo is blues based, I can do it. That's where I'm comfortable. If it gets more rock based, I'm not comfortable because I'm not fast. I can't play fast at all. So then call up Mr. Hugh.
Yeah, because Hugh can
Or,
play
you know,
anything, but he connects the great technical with the great feel. That Sordid City song. I said, Hugh, I need some help with this. And he sent me 3 parts. And he said, well, pick, one of these should work for you. And I'm listening to him and I went, yeah, screw that. All 3 work. And I'm going to be a
Yeah.
little creative on how I use them. And it was money. Now, the one thing I did, he did the outro solo. And I loved it so much that I made that the solo. And then we do a little bit of a repeat at the end. But, he was great. It was exactly what I was looking for. It was what I heard in my head, but I didn't have the ability to play.
Secret Legacy, I have both. Depending on the way you like to work, a desktop, much easier to use than a laptop. If for no other reason than the sheer size of it, I'm much more comfortable working. I have a 27-inch, iMac. And before that, I was using a 15-inch iMac Pro. It is so much easier to work on in GarageBand on a desktop than on a laptop, if that means anything to you.
Yeah, now, as far as the operating system between the two, they are a little different. It's going to be pretty familiar with it, but iOS handles some things different than the desktop version does. And it's...
Well, no, she's not talking about iOS, either a laptop or... It's the same, you get the same exact GarageBand, and either, I just find that it's more... I can work it a little better on the desktop.
Yeah, no, I was reading it a little different because I think he was saying either the desktop, laptop, one of those versus the iOS version. And they are different, but there's a lot of compatibilities.
Actually, what I really want to do is I want to move this computer, strip it out, and make it the family computer. Move it upstairs, and then get myself a new studio, iStudio, and just put it like a 50-inch monitor on my wall because my eyes are getting bad.
Yeah, this is the only time I wear glasses is to read the screen. I don't need them in real life, but
No, I need them for everything.
yeah. And what you'll find, and both Pete and Jade have done an A/B. There are one or two things that iOS I think does better than the
okay.
desktop version, but the desktop version is more powerful. It's easier to use in other respects. So,
Yeah.
they're the same, but there are a few differences between them.
I just saw the last sentence. Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people do everything on iOS. I couldn't.
I
don't
can't.
think I could.
I'm too dumb. I can't figure it out.
It's not for being dumb, or it's my age. I think that is how you use computers. Like, I consider an iPad as the thing I watch pornography on the couch, or play a game, or it's a personal viewing device. No, I'm joking about porno stuff a little bit, but so I can't see myself using that as a music tool. Just maybe because I'm too old, like, computers.
Yeah, when I never could get past was how you set up a song and record it is very different from and I
Very
was somewhat
different, yeah.
used to the desktop point, and I never could get past. Now, I'll do little ideas. Dom does Delaware.
I did.
And he was quite the stud muffin back in the day. Did a little bit of Rhode Island too. So,
Never got around to New Hampshire.
yeah, well,
He said, "Don't tread on me."
that's right. Don't tread on me, boom chicka wah wah.
But you can also go middle ground and just get not an iMac. Get the Mac Mini.
Yeah, the Mac Mini is a pretty powerful computer, and if you were just doing
The Mac
GarageBand stuff on it-
Studio is like a supercharged Mac Mini. It's a little box,
yeah,
but powerful.
yeah, it's got a little. It's the computer's the M2 in it is a little stouter, and
Yeah.
you can put more RAM in it.
Yeah,
Like the Minis max out at
that's a must.
yeah.
No matter whatever you feel is enough, get the next one up.
Well, just maximize it.
Yeah,
Whatever the
more.
computer can hold, put that much RAM in it. If it can hold 32, put 32 in it. If you can go 64, put 64 in it.
Well, there is a huge difference between paying for 32 and 64. 32, you will not have issues recording music ever. You could possibly run into issues if you're rendering video,
And I always think ahead. Now I got 128 in this one, which is the max this can hold, but I can do everything on this thing and do it all in real time.
I mean, I like on this I have 32. I've never encountered a problem. I've done many videos. But see, now I remember what you was when we were both using Rode videos. I would download something. I would render a video in like 10 minutes, and it would take you like an hour and a half. So I don't know.
It was the internet that was the holdup
okay.
on that. Yeah, it wasn't the computer because the render was going fairly quickly. It was the back and forth communication between the thing, and
Look,
it's,
I have
it's
a
better.
whole porn career now.
All right, Tom beyond the green
Go
door.
behind the green door.
All right.
There's Delaware. It's my new YouTube channel. Hey, Jason, how you doing?
Well, you need to put it on your. You've been changing the little tag below your name there.
Yeah.
So that's tomorrow. Dom does Delaware, and all
will
points
be.
in between.
It's too funny. Can't say
Modem
anything.
speeds, yeah. Well, yeah. No, I had. It's funny because Denver was one of the first high-tech cities, and then it stalled out. And we're just now getting caught back up to where a lot of places in the country are.
When it's surprising how it stalled out because it's like it's high on. It's way above New York on places to move for work.
Well, and again, it's very situational. It depends because, again, the Denver metro area is huge square mileage wise. And so the infrastructure in Denver proper is quite good. But, when you get out away from the city, then, it's older infrastructure. I mean, they just laid fiber in my neighborhood this last year, but I still can't get it yet. It's here in the neighborhood. It's in the box. They've got signs up and everything, but I keep checking my address and they go, nope, not yet, bro.
Oh my God, we have to become a band right now. It's Condom. I don't care what kind of music we make, but to be able to call it Condom,
It would be a showstopper.
it really would. It really would. We're going to leave one more laying on the floor for you folks.
All right. Here's our new song, Ribbed for Your Pleasure. All right. Well, I thought that joke was better than that,
That
but
bomb.
maybe
That
not.
was terrible. That was
Okay,
terrible.
fine.
Nice and healthy.
Yeah. See, you said the
It's
joke
vaping.
bomb, but you're
It's
choked up.
vaping. It's
Yeah.
vaping. 100% the vape.
There you go.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
that'd be
gone wild.
hysterical. Ants gone wild.
Yeah. There's one of those things. Now, I used to watch a lot of late night TV because I'd fall asleep watching TV. And so I'd watch whatever show. And then I'd kind of fall asleep and I'd always wake up and it'd be the Girls Gone Wild videos. And remember that was on all the time and then just gone. I don't know, whatever.
That's because they got sued and sent to jail. They got.
Oh, is that what happened? Okay.
Yeah. Like a parent sued them, and they were like, they were leches, man. They were
Well,
like
yeah, I
30-year-old
mean,
lech,
it seemed a little predatory. So, but yeah, again, I would end up because the cat sleeps with me, and so I have the TV control and I'll put it on my pillow side of the bed, and there are a lot of times like the cat will come over and walk on it and change the channel. Well, I'm asleep and whatever. And I'll wake up and I'll be on, some weird news channel, or a lot of times late at night, it's like the Adam and Eve commercials. So, I'm falling asleep watching Moonshiners or whatever I was watching, and then I wake up and they're selling dildos. It's like, what happened here? Did the Moonshiners get in a different line of work? And
I guess so. Yeah. They had
yeah.
to.
I guess.
I've never saw that advertised on TV.
Really? Oh,
Real
again,
late
that's
night.
kind of Yeah, it's kind of late night. They have a shopping channel or something.
Good
that they
Lord.
take over.
Who remembers when television used to end?
Yeah.
That
Well,
concludes this evening's programming.
oh yeah.
That was something, huh? Okay,
Yeah,
we're
exactly.
done. Everyone go home.
Shit. Then it goes to Comedy Central. Okay. Yeah. Something like that. I used to watch Comedy Central all the time, and they one of those outfits that just decided they didn't want to be funny anymore. So I was like, all right. But I will say I've got DirecTV, which I like because of the variety. But I just looked at my bill and like they're toast in the next couple. As soon as the hockey season is over, bye bye. I'm not. Paying.
You know what's funny about it? There isn't a person here right now who did not bitch about the price of paying for cable and the way they nickel and dime you on this ad on that ad. I've gotten rid of cable, and the money we pay now is probably way more because they figured out, these people are stupid. They're going to get Showtime. Forget they even have it. They don't look at their credit card statement every month. We're going to, and so the amount of channels we now pay for individually is ridiculous. I told my wife I'm making a spreadsheet and we're only going to be allowed to have 3 at a time.
No, I think that's the way to go, because my wife is talking about that. Well, I like to watch this, so let's get rid of DirecTV, and then we'll get Paramount, and then maybe this and that. And I'm like, before you know it, we already pay for Hulu that we never watch.
That's me and my wife. I'm always like, let's get rid of Hulu. She's like, let's get rid of Paramount. I'm like, they own Star Trek. I have to have Paramount. It's vitally important. Everything ever Star Trek is on Paramount. So
yeah. So that's.
But she only does that, like, no matter what we say. She always let's get rid of Paramount, and that's like her trump card. You ain't fooling no one. And then it all dies for another 3 months, and then I go, this is crazy. We're paying too much. We got to get rid of stuff. But I think you could, if you had the time, you could work it so, like, between, like, there are good shows on, Showtime and Homebox and Cinemax. And if you go, like, 3 months, and then you can just watch, complete seasons. Yeah, Disney's, my kids hate Disney. I like Pixar. We all like Pixar, but
Pixar was
not
great.
Disney kids.
Yeah.
They were great, yeah.
Yeah, no, I loved Pixar back in the day. That's some of my favorite movies of all time were Pixar movies. But
Netflix really went downhill.
Yeah, Disney is dead to me, and I never dug Netflix. So I'll have to see.
Netflix is just cheap enough, but it's like, here are 10,000 movies you don't really give a shit about.
Well, that's it. Just I don't watch that many movies, so.
But it's good. Like in my house, my wife is branded the movie picker. She's queen of, like, independent movies. So she's like, all right, you want a drama? You want a foreign zombie? And she does her research. She's in her chat groups and getting but she can pick really good movies. Most of the movies I pick suck, except for disaster movies. We've talked about that. Love disaster movies.
Yeah, no, we're a big fan of that. No, my wife and I would both get into a series, and then we would look at each other and we were just done with it. So, like, The Walking Dead, totally into it. And then, just
for
weren't.
a while.
Yeah, it was great. But then it was dead. Yellowstone, first couple seasons of Yellowstone was kind of fun. Out. Didn't like it.
Yeah, but whatever her name is, it makes the show worthwhile. What always happens in these shows, I don't care about the characters, I care about the story. Like, one of my favorite shows of all time was Law and Order, because it was about this, and that's it. And it wasn't about what the lawyer did when he got home, or they always introduced elements.
That was a good show.
To fill. I loved Law and Order. It's one of the that used to, like, make me erect. Yeah. I love that.
That was a good show.
Ripped from the headlines.
Yeah, and they had good actors, and but you didn't delve too deeply into their character.
You knew nothing about them.
Yeah,
in the early Law and Order, he was a cop, that was a prosecutor, and the story was all about the case, and that's I really liked. I love Law and Order. Best police procedural or law procedural show ever.
Yeah, no, that was I happen to agree. That was an awfully good one. And I know that some people are crazy about CSI. Never got into it. Just
now, it's first off, CSIs, they don't carry weapons. They it got way too.
I'm out.
It got way too they were focusing on the stars of the show more than
Yeah.
what they really did. So I got lost in it. I hate when shows do that. I used to love Big Bang Theory, and I was watching it when I always watch it, and I was with my wife and I was watching, and she came down one night and destroyed two of my favorite shows. One night we're watching Big Bang Theory, and she goes, "It's a funny show, but I really don't like canned laughter." And I never really thought about it before. And
Oh,
then
yeah.
that's all I ever heard. I'm like, I can't watch the show anymore because all I hear is the canned laughter. That was one. And another show I loved was Criminal Minds, right? And
Yeah, never saw it, I don't think.
and then one night I'm watching it with her, and she goes, "When have you ever been in a room with like a group of 5 people, and you can tell one story, and every person pick up at a part of the, like I was like, oh God damn it, you killed that one too," because they would talk about a case, and one person would start talking, and someone would pick it up. When have you and I ever had a conversation, and we weren't talking about two completely things that eventually pan out in the end? So yeah, she ruined that one too. But yeah, those things are brutal.
Yeah, no, that's Big Bang Theory it's amusing to a point, but it's supposedly a smart comedy, but it's just not that smart. So that's
No.
why I didn't care for it. It's funny you should mention about the wife though. My wife, it was a country singer, it's a really well known female country singer, and Kay's listening. She goes, "You hear that, right? You're a musician." And I said, "Hear what?" She goes, "Listen to her before she starts to sing." And this particular singer would go, and then sing, and a big inhale. And it was noticeable on the recordings. And as soon as she pointed that out,
Yeah.
exactly what you're talking about, that's all I could hear. And
Yeah,
I'm like,
that's ruined. Yeah.
and of course now I listen to myself, and I'm totally self-critical on that. It's like, did you hoover up a big breath before you started to sing? And I don't usually, but on the occasions I have, man, I cut that shit out because
I have to say I am against cutting out breath. We all breathe.
I
You
usually
just
leave
have
it
to
in.
Maybe learn how to do it better if you're like gasping.
Well, that's the thing. I'm never going to allow that gaspy thing,
Yeah.
But yeah, she just made me so self-conscious of it. And again, I don't really do it, but this particular singer is terrible, and I'm shocked that in Nashville they don't go, "Hey, can we learn to sing a little better?" Or do you need to suck up that much air before you sing? Or
Like I don't really like Billie Eilish, but I like the way she sings because she uses her breath like
Oh, yeah.
notes in a song.
I completely agree. I mean I don't
And
love
if
her
I'm
music,
listening
but
to
I'm a fan of her
Yeah.
because exactly that reason.
If I'm listening to someone sing, I will pick up like I don't hear them breathing. That's not right, So maybe tone it down, but don't cut it out.
Well, that's the thing. You just, there's ways around it. So you don't have to just chop it. Billie Eilish.
Billie Eilish.
I'm a fan in that, started the same as we did. Just garage band, in her house, working with her brother and everything. Talented family. I mean, they're really good musicians. And again, I probably can't name two of her songs, but just what I've seen is like, okay, just worked on her craft and started really young, and somebody paid attention. So good for her.
I could say if I had a daughter, I would probably like her a lot more. Because
Yeah.
I respect how she's always presented herself as just human and
Yeah, exactly.
not a
And just-
showpiece or whatnot.
Yeah, and just, music from the heart and everything. Again, I don't get much of it because, I mean, I'm 3 times her age. So
Yeah.
I'm just in a different world. But
I mean, she sings good, but it's not my cup of tea for music.
yeah, no,
Not
I hear you.
Not a pop fan in the least.
No. But, hey, Taylor Swift or Billie Eilish.
The devil.
That's easy for me.
Yeah.
Billie, how you doing?
No, 100%.
Yeah.
If it was a choice, yeah, I would go.
And that's all I know. But I mean, I know so little about pop music. I know who Taylor Swift is. I think I've heard 2 of her songs. I do know this. When I used to go to the gym regularly before COVID just kind of took me out of that realm, they would always play her stuff, and I'm like, who is this talentless twat? I don't get it. I don't get the name, but
That's
but
gonna be another-
they'd play a whole lot of people that I'd never heard of, and you know.
Who is she? 2 ladies, Stevie.
Well, she or he, Stevie.
Yeah. Man, I forget things really fast. I was just gonna say, I had one more little nugget to add to the Billie Eilish thing, and it's gone.
Dementia is a sad thing.
Yeah, I think it is.
Right here, we're seeing it live.
Brain rot.
Yeah, there's a whole lot of people that. That,
I know what I was gonna say.
All right.
Making music, okay, has actually given me more respect for pop music in general, for what it does, because one of the hardest songs they ever made and was what the hell is it? What went wrong? Because I always try to make interesting guitar parts and multiple parts of song, and I was like, why do I have to work so hard? All these pop songs are just like one progression throughout the entire song. So I was like, I want to make a song like that and see if I can do it. So what went wrong is a verse, a pre-chorus, and a chorus over a chord progression that never changes. It's the same 4 chords throughout, start to finish. And I really learned that there is a real craft in writing words that become the sections of a song as opposed to the music changing the path. So there's a lot more that goes into making a good pop song than I really ever gave credit for. So I'll say that I respect it more for that,
Yeah. Well, and here, Lady Campion,
yeah.
it was impressive, but because I typed it.
Because he typed it, yeah.
But it looks like it comes from Dom because
I don't
you're
even
in
know the guy was here.
Yeah, because
What's
we're
that
in Dom's
Benverism?
chat. Yeah. So yeah, if Dom and I type it, it gives it to both channels. So
Well, I could say, what do
As
you
if.
think I typed it with?
you could, but again, we're being careful with our humor.
Yes. Violin
So.
Femmes.
Yeah.
They were all right.
Yeah, I was going to tag on what you're saying. Yeah, I think the process and listening to Pink Floyd and Queen and some of the older stuff when we're talking about mixing, I recognize now how truly brilliant the work that went into those things. Especially, I like going on YouTube and where they have all the tracks available to them. So
Yeah.
there's 64 tracks or whatever, and they'll isolate certain tracks. And it's like, okay, now I see what went into this. This is really cool. But to do a pop song that's really good and sells a lot and that people like with how they do it and the limited things. Hey, there's something
Well,
to that.
my personal problem with pop music is the journey's gone. I like songs that start me at one place,
Yeah.
and then when I get to the end, I know it's completely different, but I'm not quite exactly sure how it got there. So you're choosing to go on the artist's journey, and pop music doesn't do that. Like, this is it, and hear it all super compressed in a short amount of time, and they do it great, with like I did, some reading like every 8 bars you need to introduce one new sound, take away an old sound, and there's a whole formula to it to make it successful, and I guess it's the formula that I have the problem with.
Yeah,
That
no,
you know,
well, it's fast food for music, and this is what we do. And hey, for $4, this is a great hamburger. It could be a lot better, but but hey, you're in a hurry and you drove through and it's $4. Here's a cheeseburger.
yeah, like everyone in the days when I used to put my music in like sites where they evaluate the song. Everyone always said, "Oh, the intro's too long. The intro's too long." I'm like, "Are you kidding?" It takes me like that's usually one of my favorite parts of a song. How it gets. That's one of the things I loved about Pink Floyd. They play a song for like 5 minutes.
Yeah, before they got to the song.
Before they got to the song. I'm
Yeah.
like, and they weren't a jam band.
No.
They didn't just jam like Grateful Dead. I wasn't a fan of the Grateful Dead.
No, I'm not a
Or
jam band guy.
But Pink Floyd took you on a journey. Every song was like, you're going somewhere with them. And I like that.
Yeah, absolutely. Ed makes a good point here. Pop is misunderstood. It's not music, but partly it's entertaining, and you're exactly right. We bagged on Taylor Swift. I don't know that her music's special, but she's got the concerts and she's got the look, and she's at the football games, and it's a lot of entertainment, some music. So
Yeah.
I
Well,
can see that.
Pop isn't reflective. It's meant to be background. It's it's meant to be. You listen to this kind of music when you're you're feeling good, or that it's not self-reflective. It's not something you can sit on your couch with a glass of whiskey and go.
Yeah, with your headphones
man,
on and go.
yeah, exactly. You can't do that.
This is speaking to me. Totally. Yeah. Yeah. Never designed to be, that way. And again, I mean, I freely admit I'm an older guy. I grew up in a different era, and music was different. It was treated differently.
And I'm not saying our music was better. I'm
No.
not saying that, because I realize this is what people now like. So
Well, some of it was exactly the pop music of its time. I mean, the Beatles were very
Like,
pop music, but
pop music
was well
used
crafted.
pop music used to transcend genre. And if a rock song, and this is pop rock, or this, and then it all kind of went into a blender, and it came out its own genre of music,
yeah,
so.
yep, indeed. That's true. Easy for me. I got 2 moves.
No, Lady C, that is extremely accurate, because you listen to different music when you feel different ways,
Die.
and that is why I like this music community, because it's so friggin' diverse.
Yeah.
And it reminds me more of music in the 70s, when artists were permitted time to mature into who they would become. And it wasn't like, nope, that didn't sell, we're dropping you. So,
Oh, no, that was, I mean, there's a lot of what we know as great bands and everything that struggled. Rush couldn't give away their early albums.
No,
Nobody cared about those guys. Styx, to a large extent, struggled early. They had one hit, and then Journey was a slow burn to be what they became, and went through basically 3 different iterations. Now people just don't have that luxury. You're wonderful, and
no.
or
Yeah,
you're not.
You either make the numbers or you're done.
Yeah.
So it's really not a fault of the musicians. It's a fault of the powers behind them doing that. because in essence, they're the ones destroying music. The people who bring us music, because they're only concerned about what makes them money.
Yeah,
So in a
well,
lot of sense, I think like maybe I hate saying it since I'm a musician, maybe we shouldn't be Taylor Swift's, you know? Maybe music should just be you. Hopefully, you could. So, if it's what you choose to do, you could survive from it. But
Yeah.
you know, maybe there should just be a lot of independence. You know, I don't know.
it would be lovely. Again, depending. I don't know.
Well, I mean, since I've come into the YouTube community, I've very rarely, every once in a while, like if I'm working outside, you know, I'll listen to, like, you know, there's certain albums from the music I listened to when I was a teenager.
Right.
I still go back to, like, well, I'm going to listen to Heaven Hell. I'm going to listen to Back in Black. I'm going
Yeah.
to listen to, you know, Tommy. I find when I do listen to music, I'm looking for music when I want the experience. Like I want the way albums used to be made and they had a flow.
Yeah.
So like,
Oh.
I listen to the complete thing, you know.
Yeah, no, I'm an old album guy. That's what I grew up listening to, and you know, musicians would spend the longest time in their sequence of tracks and how we were going to arrange it, and you know, that's gone. And I realized, you know, I know that there are people in this community that have made albums and everything, and I thought, could I put out an album? And I thought, no, not really, because all my songs are like one-offs to a certain
Yeah.
extent.
Well,
There's
that's
no flow,
Uh-huh.
no big overall thought process behind it. It's like, here's the music, here's what I had to say that day, here's
Yeah.
my song, and you know what would I follow it with? And
that
who
is the
knows?
problem I had with my own music. For myself,
Yeah,
I can't see any of this on an album because you know. So that's when I stopped. I was like, I want to try to write music that all belongs together. So now I have that. I just have to record it.
yeah. No, mine has no. The only thing I could do, and I kicked this around with Dom, is I could have a double album where one album is just stuff that I'm serious about, and the other stuff is my, you know, I drink whiskey and all my stupid songs. Because
Well,
otherwise, it made no sense. I mean,
Thomas
there's-
Christ does that, right? He has another
Yeah.
name for his other type of music, like.
Yeah, and I would have to do that because they're so diametrically opposed. Other than this same guy singing it, they're just so yeah. There's no flow. It would be like a bad K-Tel album.
What you have to, now you have to do is transition to going. No, I want all my music to find out a way to bridge the gap so they do belong together.
Well,
you know?
yeah, maybe something to think about. That would require tremendous, you know, forethought and planning, and I'm not sure I'm that guy.
Right.
I'm just I like this chord progression, or I like this vocal idea, and then we go from there.
That's basically all you can really do, right, Paul Walt? Is like
Yeah,
just
do
make
something.
something you like.
Yeah, that sounds good to you, and if others like it, that's fantastic.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's a nice bonus, but yeah.
Yeah, I agree with Lady C. I think they could all go together. I just think you can't. You see them diametrically opposed. They needn't be.
Yeah, well, I mean, again, you guys see me on this program, you know that I'm an idiot and deadly serious all at the same time, and so, I mean, my music, I probably reflects that. So,
Yeah.
I'm sure there's a way to do it.
Like I always say, I am serious about making music but I don't take making music seriously.
I pretty much agree with that. You know, I certainly don't take myself too seriously. Why would I?
Yeah, why would you? I think we're getting close to wrap up time.
I think I think we are exactly there. I think we've had a fabulous show. Lots of people hanging the entire time, or
Appreciate it.
we had some fun. Let's recap tomorrow. You, myself, Clay, Chad, Michael Songs,
Axanacho, Robbie Stengel,
Axanacho,
Michael
Robbie.
Songle,
Lady High will all be on Clay and Chad's channel, doing
Will
live
be
performance
multi-
along
multi-streaming.
with, and so it will be on all of the channels that we mentioned. So whatever channel you land upon, hang out there, and then you can bounce around and say hi to others in the chat. But we're all going to be playing live tomorrow night, and that's going to be a lot of fun. And then Saturday, the usual shows. Saturday, again, I so suck at self-promotion. But Chad has got his cooking show.
Oh,
where,
okay.
where all the music is, references to food or beverage. And I've submitted, here's a shocker, a whiskey song. But I did a cooking segment. And I did an entire
lovely.
segment on making some food. So that will be on there. And so you can see me in my kitchen doing a little cooking for you folks. And so Chad's show Saturday should be a lot of fun.
Night,
and
Em.
then, of course, Rockin' Rabbit Holes on Sunday with the boys. Mm-hmm. And of course, Camp G-May Saturday. I know I'm missing a bunch of stuff, but the usual programs.
I do believe it, because I think I'm going to take Saturday night off and just hang out with my wife.
I know I am, because I'm going to play tomorrow.
Yeah.
And so,
I think
yeah, I'm not
take
gonna do both
Saturday
nights.
off. I will try to get to Leah's Sunday. Luckily,
Yes.
she streams for 12 hours.
Yeah,
so
I mean, their
last
endurance
week
is
I
amazing.
was on her show 3 different times. The one show I came up like 3 different times.
That's impressive.
Yeah. It's a long ass show, man.
Yeah, it is. And God bless her. It's,
Very good crowd, though.
yes. And I even referenced those folks who have gluten intolerances, just because I'm that kind of chef. I want to make sure that everybody can eat it. Unless you're vegan,
Then go fuck yourself.
then, well, no. Here's the deal. I actually referenced it and how to make it vegan friendly.
I'm sorry, vegans.
But the video was like 10 minutes long. It's like, I got to cut some shit out. So I killed a couple jokes. And so anyway, I got it down to an actual watchable size.
Camila, have a good night. Thanks for coming.
Yeah, we appreciate you. And with that, my good friend.
When are you going to play live, Camellia?
Yeah.
You could do it, right? I'd like to see that. We should do a show of people who don't play live to play.
Yeah, exactly. That's, maybe we'll take the forefront on that. People that we know play but haven't done it, and we'll help them or give them a showcase on a Thursday night.
Make a nice safe space.
Yeah, there you go. I like that thought. All right. Well, for my good friend Dominic, do we have going away music of any kind picked out that we can do?
No, you know what? Let's just.
We're
end
just
it.
going to go. Okay.
Let's just go.
Music tomorrow night, and we'll see you tomorrow. And thanks, everybody, for being here. Appreciate you. Have a great night.
All right. Good night. Good night, everyone.